are going live.
Now?
No.
And now.
Hi, you guys. We
Hey,
are
everybody.
live. How is everybody doing? I know we literally just started, so Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Rachel and Craig. You guys are always like the first ones in here. It's like
They know how to hit that button.
you know how to hit that button like super fast.
They're button pushers.
Hi, Katie.
Katie, how's it going? Love the keychain, by the way.
Elle.
Elle, what's going on? How was your vacation? Was it good? Did you get to do some fun things?
At least something, right?
I saw some pictures.
Yeah, I saw she posted some stuff, so at least you got to do something
Right.
rather than nothing.
Right.
Which is what everybody's doing right now. Hi. Oh, I'm going to not say that name right. Iago? I'm like,
I can't see it. But
Hard Productions.
hey,
Hi.
how's it going?
Angel. Hi, Angel. Go-karting. That's what it was.
So, just to let you kind of know, yeah, that looked like fun.
I love go-karting.
Me too. Anyway, I just want to let you guys know that you can add us on Facebook at Stephen F. TJ. Stephen F. TJ. Stephen F. period TJ. On Facebook. I did get the privacy settings changed. I checked that one. That one.
Steve hasn't been too great about managing the Facebook,
Well, I've had issues with
the Duo Reacts Facebook. So I'll just start changing that in the videos where
Yeah. We did get that changed, so please come over there. We can keep in contact there as well. I checked that, and of course I love seeing your guys' posts as well. So with that being said,
maybe Craig can link it down there somewhere too, like to your Facebook page where you'll be,
Sure, yeah. So feel free to add me up there. We just got done watching the 100. It was the final episode of that.
That was a great episode, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah, that was.
I was in, like, I think for a few minutes I didn't even know what to say because I'm like, my mind was just spinning.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It was a great episode. I mean,
everything
you guys will
came
love
together.
that one.
I mean, it was
yeah.
And then
everything was happening
then
all
it
at
ended
once.
with a lot of mystery.
A perfect cliffhanger, really, as to
What the hell?
what is in store for next season.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. And then we watched Bates Motel, which is always good. Great show. If you guys are sitting around, and of course, we kind of did this impromptu, so just to let you know.
And Ricardo, Steve, and Zach will still be doing the sports videos as long as Zach doesn't get deployed because of the National Guard thing, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But as long as they're still going to be doing it.
We're planning on doing something tomorrow. But the thing is, he is in the National Guard, and right now they started. Hear me out. He's in the chemical battalion and as well the transportation division, which he drives the big trucks. So there's a very good likelihood my son Zach will get deployed with that. So with that being said, wish him well. Keep your prayers for him as well with that. But tomorrow we are scheduled to actually go over that as well. We're really enjoying that.
Yeah, they're really enjoying that. Donald, thank you so much.
Donald, what's up, my friend?
Hey guys, on my way to help my fiance at Walmart. Had a great few days with her. Things are great between us.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Excellent. Be
That's
safe.
Awesome to hear.
Yep.
We know Walmart and like a lot of stores are crazy right now. And of course, we'll talk about that too.
Well, the big reason for this is, look, guys, we can't connect all the time with each other right now. It seems like there is that isolation thing, so we thought we'd do something together here.
Give you guys something to watch, you know what I mean?
And participate with. So please be active in the comments.
Hi, Ivy.
I want to know how this has affected you, even if just a little bit, because, we do touch around the world, really, and I want to hear from everybody
from
How
different areas and different states in the US, different countries. Like, how are you guys handling this whole pandemic situation?
this is a lifetime event, Lacey. I mean, it's not something that
It has never happened in my lifetime to
definitely
this
not mine.
to this extreme, to where of course we've had, the bird flu and the swine flu, and it's the same thing,
But it's
oh,
like
no,
they
it's not.
came and they went like they were on top of everything. This one has been
Yeah, this one's been much more difficult, I guess, to manage. Like with the whole Ebola thing, like it didn't even go this far with that,
Right.
and Ebola was much more deadly. So yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy times.
It's crazy times. Like, seriously, I just read on Facebook, one of my good friends that had to go to several different stores just to find baby formula for her newborn baby daughter.
Oh, I read that.
And I'm like,
yeah.
that's really sad that she's struggling even to feed her newborn baby just because people are hoarding up right now out of fear. It's like, buy what you need. Don't hoard. You know what I mean? Like, it's taking away from others who really need it. And that's the part that I'm struggling with. Like, right now, in our house, we've got like 4 rolls of toilet paper left.
And one of them ran in use.
Well,
It's the truth.
because when this stuff all started happening, I guess I really didn't think, oh, I need to go out and buy toilet paper. And then when we did, like, we were down to like 8 rolls or something. I was like, we should probably go get some. We can't find any anywhere.
Well,
Anywhere.
And the thing of it is, we're a family of 5 in the house living currently.
Yeah, so 4 rolls go pretty quick
But,
when you
but
have.
my son Zach has
He's been staying the night every once in a while.
We're
too.
even working in the possibility of during this, if things go sour, that he'll be here. So it'll be, we don't mind having, family in and everything.
We're getting to the point where we might have to start using paper towels at some point if we can't find any place that has toilet paper.
Right.
Jan, thank you so much. Here in Germany, we have 16,000 cases and 40 deaths. I mean, I know I was just watching a press conference earlier from the state of Illinois, our governor. We have 4 deaths in Illinois and 422 cases confirmed, of course, because we know not everybody is getting tested. So 422 confirmed cases in
Which
Illinois.
doubled from yesterday.
Which yesterday it was at like
202, you said.
I thought it was like 282 or 288 or something like that. But it's almost doubled in one day. So yeah, it's crazy, and I know a lot of other states, their statistics are very similar to that.
Right.
As far
right.
as the cases jumping at such a drastic, level. 28 days later, thank you. Hi, Lacey and Chuck, I think.
Chuck?
It's Stu, you guys.
But, I'll tell you, a little bit about us, and then I want to see kind of where you guys are at. With us, about a week ago, we started about a day before the state of Illinois actually imposed school.
Yeah, the no school thing. When that started last week sometime. I can't remember exact days because, memory.
But approximately a week ago.
We started our kind of like self quarantining. I mean, even though like
limited everything.
Yeah, like even the day before the schools got shut down, we kept the kids home because we knew it was coming anyway, right? So we're like, we'd feel better about the kids being home right now because that's how germs are spread, right?
Well, kids seem to not grasp. I mean, ours are doing pretty darn well, but they're not the cleanliest of creatures right now.
Jan, thank you so much. 2 days ago we had 6,000. Now we have 16,000. I don't know anymore. Yeah, it's getting pretty ridiculous.
Where you said Jan?
Yeah.
Jan, where from?
Hi, Taryn.
That's crazy.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, and we don't even know the exact numbers, right? Because not everybody is being tested. I know in Illinois we had only had 1 death, and then literally in one day it jumped to 4 deaths, and one of them was
One's too many.
Yeah, one's too many.
In my opinion.
But one
I
of them
mean,
was a 50-year-old guy. Like, 50, in my opinion, is not an old person.
well, it's not. And I saw, a
You know?
34-year-old. There was, a bunch of different ages
Yeah.
that it's affecting.
Katie.
Crazy.
Thank you so much, Katie.
Katie, my girl.
He almost said crazy.
Well, I did almost
No,
say
I know.
crazy.
I just want to let you know that me and Nick are doing fine. I'm still going to work, and he's working from home since the cases have gone up. And basically, we are on lockdown in my county where I live in Pennsylvania.
So, Katie, with that, so it's just to and from work. I mean, when you talk about lockdown, has it became pretty much like in Italy, where if you're out or whatever, they ask you what you're doing or where you're going.
Yeah.
Has it gotten to that point anywhere?
It hasn't gotten to that point here. Right now, it's just a lot of like non-essential businesses like bars and restaurants.
But it's different everywhere. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Every place is different. Every governor's
Exactly.
handling this differently. So I hope
and
you know
every
that,
and
right?
every state is handling it different. I know San Francisco is on like a complete lockdown.
From my understanding. I
From
wish we
my
had someone in
understanding.
here. I'd like to
Right.
really hear about that.
Oh, Susan says the whole state of California is on lockdown.
So when
Yeah.
you say lockdown, how far has it went? I mean, like I can still get out and get into my vehicle, go to
Go to the store.
still
go,
freely travel.
Yeah.
I just wondered
Or
if
they're
it,
just not letting anybody in. Maybe. Jan says, I'm from Germany. Spain, France, and Italy are way worse. I haven't heard too much about Germany. I did hear on the news the other day that that Germany was starting to
pick up.
get hit with it.
Well,
yeah.
I know Italy right now is in a bad way, and
Craig, I think I said hi to Taryn, right? That was what the super chat was. Hi, Taryn. I'll say it again just in case, but I'm pretty sure I did. Lockdown, stay at home, she says.
wow,
Okay.
wow.
Germany has 13,000 cases. That's a lot more than I thought. Wow. Whitney says, I'm in Nevada, and they've been closing down all non-essential businesses. Yeah, that's how we are pretty much in Illinois. Although it's not shutting down, it's like a curfew, I guess, right?
That's why I'm doing this because I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a curfew.
You're
like
taking
certain
you're
businesses.
using what's going on here in this state.
Well, I'm
which
just
is
letting
one
them
of,
know that this is what's going on in our state too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we started about a week ago with our quarantine. I've been the only one that goes out and kind of gets things with everybody staying here, and it's been tough with the little ones. So if you have little ones, I can only imagine they want to go out, they want to play, they want to be with their friends, and
that's been tough for us.
But
with
we've
Jenna.
had to cut the strings with that, and say I mean she's old enough, she has a little boyfriend, and it's tough.
Every day she's like, can Logan come over today? And I'm getting to the I'm like, I wasn't letting him for like several days, and that was only because his family had just had this huge birthday party where they had a bunch of family in from out of town. And I'm like, that's kind of like a breeding ground, right? And just to be on the safe side, let's give it some time, right? So,
well, you don't know the actions of others, and
Jenna and Logan sitting in a tree. KISSING.
no.
Hi, Denton.
But anyway, so it's hard telling your kids no.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when you love them dearly and you'd like to give them freedom. It's scary. It's scary to think that, but I just want others to be safe and healthy. I don't want this to spread. I want us to, as our group, to kind of do our part, if that means, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm
I don't mean to
doing.
be like
Yeah.
a dictator and
No.
and shut everything down, but I mean, I
We're
kind of want
doing
to follow the rules.
we're doing our part to slow the spread. And I mean, I'm not the healthiest person in the world, right? But I'm pretty decent, right? Like, I'm all right. But Past 3 days I've been sneezing, so that freaks me out. Pretty sure I don't have coronavirus, you guys, but I have been sneezing.
But doesn't it seem like even when you're healthy, you tend to cough or sneeze?
Yeah, and that's true. Even when you're healthy, yeah.
But no, but in all seriousness,
well, I've been sneezing for 3 days, like every.
It starts to make you wonder,
so,
like, oh my god.
But yeah, I think it's just like the paranoia,
right?
Where you're like,
in.
well, what if, right? But then my logical side of my brain kicks in, and I'm like, but I don't go anywhere, you know? Like, I haven't been around anybody other than, like, Zach. And he's, even when he comes over, he's, like, kind of does his own thing. So I'm like, I'm probably good. Katie, thank you.
Hey, Katie.
Basically, the governor wants us to stay home if we don't need to be out. I still need to go to work because I work at an essential business. I work in a nursing home. But I go to work and then come home. Yeah, and can we all give some praise to the healthcare workers out there?
Oh, yes.
And the people that work in grocery stores and in businesses that can't close down right now, or you can't work from home, so you have to go out.
Yeah, and the truckers. The truckers
the
out
truckers,
there.
The delivery people, you know, like all these people who are doing all this because they have to, really. I mean, they don't really have a choice, especially the healthcare
It's a very
workers.
catch-22. It really is for them people and those workers. You know, I do see in the Senate or in the Congress, they're talking about doing some kind of emergency payout to people. So, and hear me out when I say this. I'm not a big-time strategist or anything, but to me that says things could shut down even further.
It could be going on for a lot longer than what maybe some of us think. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're
when you're talking trillions of dollars,
potentially thinking this could last, like, even the like social distancing and all that for like into summer. Mm-hmm. So,
well, I hope, and I'm going to say this, you know, we're one race, the human race, and I say that a lot with my family. We're one race, the human race. This is something that we're all battling, not just in California or Italy, here in Illinois, up in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's everybody. It's everybody in this together, and we just wanted to kind of, not doom and gloom things, you know, but talk about some of the things maybe some of you are maybe home confined. What are you guys doing?
You guys watching Netflix? Like, I know the other night we had like a family movie night with us and the kids, and we watched Outbreak.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, can we all say, like, thank God it's not a virus like that that's fatal in 100%. Like, you get it and you're going to be dead pretty much. I mean, it's bad that the way it is, right? It's
right.
bad, it's horrible, and please go away, I hope, at some point soon. But it's not an outbreak situation, you guys.
It is something, yeah, it's...
Most people that get it recover, so that's at least one.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want this shit because I like to breathe.
I don't want it either.
I like to breathe, and I don't like to struggle to breathe. So there's that.
I don't either. I don't do too well with, like, respiratory shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pneumonia, bronchitis.
Scary.
Whenever I get that shit, like, I'm down. Like, you guys wouldn't get videos for, like, weeks. So you better hope I don't get something like that.
And we're doing our part. I mean, we really are washing our hands, you know. And I have to talk about this a little bit. Went into this little supermarket we have here called Dave's Supermarket. So... and thank goodness for them. But anyway, I went in there, and I'm going to tell you what, I've never seen
shelves as bare.
Yes.
Yeah.
I went to, you know, every aisle. They were still putting out meat and stuff like that. But the eggs, the bread, the milk, I mean, it looked like a canned foods. And I'm talking shit that we wouldn't normally even eat anyway. I'm being honest.
People are just buying, like, lima beans.
Like, I think they just grab the roll and frickin' shove it in their cart or something because I'm telling you, all the canned foods and even the nasty shit, gone, done. I mean, it's
Yeah, which is crazy to me. Like, I get it. I get the fear. I get it. But think about other people too. Like, a lot of people are just going in and grabbing like a bunch of stuff that is just going to be sitting there, right? Like, they don't need all that. It's just because they're scared and they're fearful. And I do really think that like grocery stores and things like that need to put a limit on.
That's tough.
I know that's tough to do, but somehow like don't let somebody come in and buy like freaking 150 rolls of toilet paper.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I did
Like,
see at the supermarket, especially in the meat section, limit one. Okay.
okay, so that's good. That
But
is
we were
good.
making something and I grabbed two, and they didn't say. But I think they understand within reason. You know,
Within
I didn't.
reason,
I didn't.
but some people aren't
I picked
being
up
reasonable.
2 pounds of hamburger meat. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a big deal, but they wanted one. It said, and I think if it's justification or whatever.
Yeah, you're like, I have a big family.
Well, we do, but we also made it last.
Yeah.
2.5 days.
David says, sorry, I'll try to make my store better. It's not the store's fault. It's really not. Like, seriously. The stores are just trying to keep their heads above water right now because of all the craziness. You know, I get it. It's the people that are
But I'll tell you what,
panicked and
the one thing I did like when I walked in there was, well, I didn't like touching the keypad. I didn't like that much, and I certainly got home and washed my hands right away. But make a long story short, the people that were at the counter checking you out, and we actually have where they take it out to your car and put it in your car for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really nice in that respect for the older people, and still,
it's not.
it's a lost
It's nice for me.
art. It's a lost art.
I love that about our store that they do that. So.
But the thing about it is, they were wiping down the carts right after it went through.
So
they
they're
were
doing, they're doing what they need
They
to
had
be
gloves
doing.
on.
That's good.
You know, I thought that was,
I mean, I do have some hand sanitizer, although it smells pretty girly.
well, you're hiding it.
You're more than welcome to use it.
I don't care. You have glitter as far as I care.
It might even have glitter. I don't even know.
Let's see what's in the comments here. That's what.
Philip says, I like your Walking Dead reactions.
Thank
How do you
you.
make sure no one is spoiling you about... during the live streams, well, we have lots of moderators that always are... I mean, literally, if a spoiler comes up, like, it's gone within, like, a few seconds.
I don't know who made that comment, but we've been doing this
Yeah.
for well over a year now. And I'm going to say this, honest to God, not one time. And
They have not let any spoilers get through. Like, we have great moderators.
Yeah.
They're so great, and they're always on top of it, even in live streams, which that's why I try, like, even when I look at the comments, I don't look at the bottom, like, to the stuff that was just posted. I always look up top to give them time to, weed any potential spoilers
and
out.
I want to thank you moderators for that. The only reason we're not spoiled at all, and please keep them out if you would, please. But they do such a damn good job.
Yeah, they
at
do.
that, and and everything that people recommend to us, they actually go in and make sure it's good before we even watch it. I mean, they take a lot of time out of their day to make sure that we
to make sure
do
that
good
we're
on
not
that.
spoiled, and to make sure that all of your guys' viewing experience is not tainted by,
Yeah.
us being spoiled to something, which that's not no fun for us, and it's no fun for you knowing that we already know something's coming.
And
right?
we enjoy doing this so much. I mean, don't take away our one happiness that we. No, really. I love The Walking Dead right now. I just got done watching the last one we watched.
We watched 803.
803, where
yesterday?
Eric died.
Yes.
I felt that was coming.
Yeah, me too.
Felt so bad for Aaron. I mean,
That's
he
so
was
sad.
he was beat up pretty bad. And then we see, well, let's have a little fun with this for a minute. We can go back and forth here. Daryl going savage. I mean, where Rick was sitting there talking to
Some savior, right?
no, it was
Morales.
Morales.
Yeah.
And it almost seemed like, and Daryl just comes in and boom, kills him.
We're like, oh shit,
That was quick.
Just happened.
That was quick, and and Rick's sitting there in shock, and he said, "Did you hear what he's saying?" He said, "Yeah, I heard her."
Or he was like, "That was," and he's like, "I know who it was.
I heard him.
I know who it was. It don't matter." I'm
That's
like,
what he said.
That's what he said.
That was such a freaking classic.
I was like, "Oh, Daryl, you savage beast, you like you don't give a flying."
That's not the only one he did it to. I mean, that's
he did it to the Savior at the end of this most recent episode when Rick was like, "I'll give you my word, I'll let you go," and like it kind of pissed Rick off. There, like you could see him looking at Daryl like,
that's
what
about all we have
fuck,
left
dude?
is my word, and he just freaking out and out.
He's like, "Yeah, I don't care." So I feel like that's might potentially be an issue, along with a lot of other things that are happening with people not agreeing. Morgan went crazy and like
Tara,
yeah,
where they're wanting to kill these people, and then you have
you have Jesus who is
and
I don't know my brain, but yeah, I know
and Maggie.
Like,
Jesus
well,
Maggie.
we don't really quite know for sure what Maggie wants to do yet.
You can tell. I'm a good reader.
I know she doesn't want him at the hilltop because, I mean, come on, that is putting people at risk, having these people there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people are at odds right now.
Of what to do.
Of what to do with these people. We don't want to be executioners and kill people.
Well, let's be honest. They've
who
had
are surrendering.
things people survive, come back and bite them in the ass, a.k.a. Dwight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Many times, yeah.
And
Group of Gamers, thank you so much. That episode drastically increased my dislike for Daryl. Well, I don't know about... I don't think I'd go that far.
Oh, I love Daryl.
I love Daryl. Like, I'm trying to look at things from everybody's point of view, right? Mm-hmm. They've been burned so many times by people. I mean, even probably in that same episode, I can't remember what episode it was, but we see Tara and Jesus giving that one guy a chance who, like, pissed himself. Turns out he did that on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, just to try to...
That was a weird moment. Because I thought dude was actually, like...
Like, I was thinking, oh, that's just a worker. Like, he was pretty believable.
Yeah.
And turns
His
out...
acting was actually really good, even on screen.
Question from Tony. Opinion on Rick King speech and thoughts on Morgan going all Terminator. Okay. Morgan going Terminator. Yeah, he's just losing it again, you know? Like, he was in a space before he met his cheesemaker that he's gonna kill everybody in sight, right? Doesn't matter if you're good, bad, it doesn't matter. And then he got out of that by this whole philosophy and this whole value system that every life is precious. Now that he's having to defend, like it started off with just trying to defend themselves, but now it's moved into slaughter. I mean, let's be honest, and he can't handle it, I think.
Well, it's weird.
Too much
It's weird
for him.
seeing him, excuse me, go from, see, that's a cough.
He's over here spreading COVID-19.
Whatever. Watching Morgan during the episode where the people with the A in their heads,
No, those are the wolves.
Yeah, the wolves.
W's. Yeah.
But how he treated them and you know,
completely opposite.
and then he flips to wanting to kill everybody again. And my thoughts on that are it's.
Well, I loved when, like, after him and Jesus had their fight, right? And he's saying, we're the same. They're us and we're them, and they're going to kill us, so we have to kill them. And that was very telling to me that he feels that way. And I think I even said during the reaction, which you guys will see tomorrow, no, you don't want to be them. You want to be better than them.
Yes.
Otherwise,
someone else will knock you out.
Yeah, if you don't want to be them, otherwise you'll be the ones that everybody thinks, you know what I mean? You want to rise above.
Right.
Rise above that. And that's what Jesus is trying to say. I get that, and I think he's right about that, but I also am concerned about what to do with these people. How do you handle this? You know, so that is a good point. And as far as Rick and
The king.
the king's speech, and let's throw in Maggie there too, because she's the widow. Yeah, I mean, I don't like the overconfidence.
You said that. Yep.
Let's keep it real. At the end of 803, which we just watched yesterday,
We saw
we see that the king's
kingdom
group gets
ambushed.
ambushed from what appears to be sniper rifles. I don't know. It kind of happened really fast.
It wasn't sniper rifles. I can tell you that.
It was something from behind a building. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it was mowing them down, and it appeared that someone did cover the king, like, to take a bullet for him. So I assume he's...
I'm guessing a lot of them are going to die. And the whole thing with the king saying you got to fake it till you make it, and he's putting on this face for his people. I get that. To give them more confidence. You know, the more confident you are going into something, the better you perform and all that. I get that. But you also have to be a realist, like I think Carol is.
Right.
And understand that you always have to be on your game. Because people can die, or people probably will die. And in this case, the king was definitely way too overconfident, regardless of whether he was faking it or not.
Trying to build up his people.
You have to be real with your people, too.
True.
Like, some of us could die, so...
And he was just being proud and smiling about how they hadn't lost anybody in the ranks.
And I think almost giving them a false sense of security, in my opinion, of how overconfident he was.
Right.
And I kept saying that as I kept seeing him say that over and over again. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this overconfidence. Something bad's going to happen.
I don't know how many times you said that.
Probably too many. I mean...
No, it was about perfect, to be honest. But it was quite the show.
You guys will see...
This season has already started on... I mean, the first 3 episodes, again, amazing. It just reverberated off of the last show of season 7 and has continued to climb.
It's been pretty crazy, these first 3 episodes that we've watched. It's been nonstop, pretty much. I mean, we go from them, I guess, barricading the sanctuary with walkers, I guess, is what their plan was. I think my thoughts were they did that to barricade the majority of the people in the sanctuary so they could go take out the outposts. Right. I mean, that's my thought process.
Let me ask you a question.
What I think.
And so at the end of the episode, Rick hands Aaron the baby Gracie.
Yeah, he killed the father of Gracie. Yeah.
Which I felt was really neat, because Rick kind of gave him a look after he said, you know, are you sure you can do this? And he hands the baby to Aaron. And then, by the way, her name is Gracie, and he kind of looked at him like to make it real to him. Like, this is, you know, and I don't know. I just had a feeling like there was a neat feeling to it.
Like, it just felt like this little baby, Gracie, is going to be Aaron's saving grace. That's how I took it. Because he just lost Eric, and he needs something, right, to hold on to. And I think Gracie might be that for him.
I agree. I love that moment. Yeah. I love that little interaction with him. Everything in The Walking Dead is so uniquely created, and I love the show for that. I mean, it's really opened me up to, you know, having really emotional feelings for the characters and what they're going through, and they act it out so well. I just enjoy it all. And then, of course, the fighting, I love that. But everything, every little bit of it has been fun.
Says, from Blair, did you catch the color armbands? W for Alexandria, G Hilltop, O for Kingdom.
No.
I did not notice that, actually.
Not one bit.
I'm surprised that I didn't notice that. But no I didn't notice that.
That's crazy. That'll definitely
give me something to think about
armbands, like on their
I would guess to
I didn't notice that at all.
distinguish who goes where.
Maybe thinking back to the Kingdom people, maybe they had something. But I wasn't sure. I wasn't really paying attention to their attire that much.
Well, I remember thinking in my head for like all the Kingdom people who have all that like football gear on, and I'm like, is that really helping? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
anything that could stop penetration a little bit is.
I suppose
something.
It's better than nothing, and it would prevent bites to your chest, I guess. But that's not going to stop a bullet.
Well, true. I mean, but we don't know everything that it's made out of either.
Yeah,
so.
I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we also watched Stranger Things, 204.
Yeah, Will the Wise.
Will the Wise. We watched that one a couple days ago. That one's already... Is that one up on Patreon? No, it will be, though, because I just got done editing the full reaction to it. So that one will go up on Patreon tonight, whenever we're done doing this.
Yep.
But yeah, that was a good episode, too. I saw that shit coming, too.
Really?
No, seriously. When we were...
Lacey the Wise.
Lacey the Wise. No, okay, so Nancy and Jonathan go in to talk to the doctor guy.
The people at the...
And he's explaining, this is what we have to do to keep the upside down place from growing. Yeah, from growing and spreading. And as soon as I heard him say spreading, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you did.
I'm like, Will says he's seeing something that is spreading, right? And then I put it together before. Oh, you guys will see that I figured out that it was going underground, and that's what's killing all the freaking
pumpkins.
Crops.
And, yeah. Yep, and then Hopper's sitting there digging, and that's kind of where we're left.
Yeah.
But Nancy and Jonathan, they finally find out they have proof.
That's what their whole plan was all along, which surprised me. I was happy that that was their original plan, because I'm like, really? You had to have known. So I'm glad that this was their whole plan, was to video or tape him saying that as proof. But they're about to blow this shit up, though, because...
And Elle,
as soon as Barb's parents find out, they're going to go ham.
How many people like that exchange between Hopper and Elle, her being a teenager or a pre-teenage?
Steve was sitting here like that whole time, like, oh my God, dude. And I'm like, I can't remember. I'm like, dude, you do not know how to handle a teenage girl. Or I said something like that. And Steve was like, you tell him. I was thinking the same thing. That was great, though.
And Elle slamming the door. And, I mean, I just love her character anyway. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how many of you watch Stranger Things. I hope you all do. Because it's a very addictive show in its own right.
It's very addictive, yes.
I know Craig likes it. I know we like it. I know...
Jess has jams. Heck yeah, I love jams. What do you guys think about Steve Harrington? His character development is crazy. Love you guys. Thank you, Jess. We love you too. And Steve, yeah, I like Steve. There was a moment in season 1 where I didn't like him because of the whole, which wasn't even him, but he didn't stop it. You know what I mean? The whole
Nancy abuse.
Nancy is a slut or whatever. Whatever that was. Which it was not him that did it, but he didn't stop it either, right? So there was a moment where I was like, ooh, dude, you an asshole. I don't like you. But now I really do like Steve. He is coming into his own. Him and Nancy, I don't think are a good fit for each other. He tries his best to understand where she's coming from.
But he's too adolescent to understand how deep this is to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That doesn't mean he's not a good person. He seems like he's got a good heart. I like him. So he's on the good side. But I can tell you somebody that's really not on my good side right now is Billy.
Yeah, Billy.
This guy.
that guy.
He's been, like, I'm like, when I first met him, I'm like, okay, he seems like a douche. But there could be a story behind that. So I'm not going to jump to conclusions. I'm going to give him a chance before I say anything.
Lacey, I'm telling you right now, there's a story big time
There's
behind
a story, but there's no excuse for him freaking grabbing her by the arm. Like, she's a little freaking girl. I mean, he's being physically violent. I mean, let's be honest. Scaring the shit out of her. Like, you want to be that way with, like, people your own age or whatever. Okay. But you don't do that shit to a little girl.
Right.
But I get it. There's probably a story. But, Amy says that was smart of Nancy and Jonathan. They're both so resourceful, especially Nancy. Love her. Yeah, I loved that she did that. For sure. That was amazing. Yeah. I was like, oh, thank you that this was your plan the whole time. Thank you so much, Nancy. You a smart cookie.
And what did we say at the beginning of the show when she was telling her parents, oh, yeah, I'm going to go stay at da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, yeah.
Tell them what she said there. You got to.
She's like, can I go stay at insert friend's name here? We're going to do this and we're going to do this. And, girl talk and manicures and pedis or whatever she said, right? And I'm like, damn well she is not going to that friend's house. And Mom, you should freaking know that, because the more details they give, the more they've sat around thinking about what to say. Therefore, they're lying. So.
You said it.
I said it. I mean, granted, I already knew that's not what she was doing, but even if I didn't know, I'd be like, that's a lie. Why are you so detailed right now?
Right,
like,
right.
If you want to, like, even when Jenna's like, can I stay the night at Maya's house? She's like, can I stay the night at Maya's house? Blank.
Mm-hmm.
Or done, period. Okay. But the more details you give about what we're going to be doing, yeah, you've spent way too much time thinking about what you're going to say right now to me. So, I'm not stupid. I was a kid once. Come on.
I forgot.
Elle says the armbands were to separate the community, white, green, and orange. Yeah, I mean, I definitely figured that, and I figured maybe it had something to do with where they were all going afterwards. Like, what groups they were going to attack the outposts with. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Mina says, my dad and I are rewatching Stranger Things since we're all stuck in the house. Good idea.
It's a good show. It's definitely worth.
It's a good show. It keeps you interested, and it's something to do when we're all stuck in the house right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Might as well.
And, I don't know if many of you know this or whatever, but there's several shows we're doing. We're doing the 100, Bates Motel, Badlands, which we really, really enjoy as well. Better Call Saul, Point of Interest, or Person of Interest. Gosh,
always dang it. Does that.
The Americans, Chernobyl, of course, The Walking Dead, Vikings,
Stranger Things. Of course, they already know that.
And we have a couple movies that we're going to be doing as well. Harry Potter 4, 13 going on 30 is another movie. Sucker Punch, which I've never heard of. And then About a Bay. What the hell's About a Bay?
About a boy.
About a boy.
My handwriting is not that bad.
That is an O instead of an A. I thought it was a small A. I don't know. About a Bay. I could see
about
that.
A bay.
About a Bay. About a Bay.
But yeah, for any of you guys that are bored at home and you want something to watch and you want to watch more content of ours that we are not able to always put up on YouTube, come over to Patreon. We've got all kinds of shows available in different tiers, so you don't have to join the, higher up tiers to see every show. You can join like the $5 tier, and there's still a bunch of shows available on there too. So, and the movies are always available in the $5 tier too. So, you want to come watch some movies with us? We love watching movies. And then, of course, Better Call Saul will be on YouTube eventually at some point. But we are 3 episodes in right now.
No, we got 11. We got 11 shows going right now.
We've got a lot of shows going. Yeah.
Is it 11? Did I count that right?
Well, I think Yeah, maybe. But we're counting The
Yeah.
Walking Dead twice, right? Because we do 2 a week. I don't know. We have a
11
lot of
shows.
shows.
It is 11.
Yeah, I mean, we're really enjoying like Bates Motel. We literally just got done right before the live stream. We got
Yep.
done watching season 2, episode 3, I think. Great episode. It'll be going up probably tomorrow on Patreon. Into the Badlands. We're starting the 3rd season this week. So
Yes. Yeah.
great
And this
show.
is the last season, if I'm correct.
This is the last season of Into the Badlands. It shouldn't be, though. I mean, I don't even know how it ends,
And
but
supposedly the rumor is after Into the Badlands ends, that there is a possibility we'll be doing Fear of the Walking Dead.
right now it's leaning towards that. After we end Into the Badlands on Patreon, there's a good chance, not 100% set in stone yet, but there's a good chance we'll be starting Fear the Walking Dead. But of course that could change because it's not just up to us. So
Right. That one we kind of leave up to the powers that be.
yes,
For that.
for the people that have joined those tiers. But Person of Interest, we're really enjoying that show, really loving it. The Americans, which we've just kind of started, we're only like 4 episodes into The Americans, but we're really enjoying that too. And Chernobyl, which also will at some point go up on YouTube.
Right.
We're only 1 episode in, but the 2nd episode will be watched at some point this week.
And the reason being is the editing part to put it on YouTube takes...
It takes a while. It takes a little bit longer. Yeah.
It does. So it's easier to do the show and put it up for you guys to watch over there. That eventually, when we have time to start bringing it into the fold of the week,
Right.
it's ready to go. And
Well, yeah, I mean, editing a full reaction is so much faster and easier because all you have to really do is this video, line it up and save it, put it out, right? But with the editing of the YouTube videos, like, you have to cut it down to 10 minutes or less. You have to, what do I leave in? What do I take out? Like, it takes a good solid couple hours to sit there and go through everything.
right.
Not to mention rendering times and all that jazz. So it's a bit more time consuming. But it will be up at some point. But Chernobyl, if you guys are interested in that. Did I say all of them? Bates Motel, the 100, which the 100 you guys are getting right now on YouTube. So thank you to Michelle for that.
Yes, big time.
Anthony, you made it.
Hey, my man.
Hey guys, good to see you. Can't wait to see 301 of Into the Badlands. It will explore the gift.
You're not going to believe this.
And he says,
That's-
yes, Fear the Walking Dead will be my next choice. So that's pretty much confirmed then. It's coming
just made
from
it official right there, my friend. So,
it's coming from the source right there. So
and just to let you know, Anthony, that's the next show. We actually did the 100 Bates. Badlands was going to be our next show we're watching.
yeah, so if we don't do it tonight, like after the live stream, which I don't know, we'll have to reassess then. We'll definitely do it tomorrow.
Yes.
So we have like every day kind of time set aside.
And Anthony, how are you doing? I know you're in the medical field. How are things on your end as far as what's going on? I kind of want to touch base with you.
And Helix, yes, Fear the Walking Dead will eventually be on YouTube, but again, it will be delayed because of, time constraints. So you guys want to watch it and you're not patient, you can always join Patreon then. Granted, this is still a few months away, right?
What?
I think, and Craig is more good about the time, but I think it was like in June or something. So, I think.
And we always want to keep something minimally open to where you guys out there, if there's a show that pops up or is coming that's like you guys really, really want us to like start watching. I'm
like
talking
live, like
I'm
a
talking
live
current,
show.
so
Yeah,
we can
like
do
current.
stuff like this with you. Keep that in mind. Send us
Kind of like how we
emails.
did Game of Thrones season 8,
Yes.
where we watched it live,
And then we went on.
and then we would literally go live stream right after we got done
And
watching
then edit,
it.
and
then I'd
then-
edit it, and then but you guys would still get our initial feelings
right
on it.
afterwards.
Right.
So if there's something that comes up, and I encourage you all to, like, if there's something out there that's like, boom, we've kind of, we'll sacrifice that one time a week where we have to watch a show to watch something that maybe we all can get on board with. So keep those.
We always want to try and keep a little bit of space in there for that, which
Right.
will probably be after Stranger Things, because after Stranger Things we're planning on starting like a smaller show, like maybe a one season sort of show, to kind of keep things mild,
Well, we want to keep it
to allow for
that show, whatever show that might be.
Yeah, whatever show that might be. We don't know. Might be something we haven't even heard of yet. Probably, in my case, I don't hear about a lot of new shows. So,
Well, we don't, because we're doing these shows. So a lot of things are out there that you guys are watching new.
yeah, that
We won't dare touch because, we might hear rumor of them, or one of our moderators might say, hey.
but we won't even look into it because we think, well, if enough people like it, they might want to see us react to it. So
Right.
let's not even watch it, right? And
Right.
that's kind of how I've been with like newer movies lately too, because you guys might want to see it,
Right.
And Tony is asking, do either Steve or Lacey play video games?
Yes.
I had an idea, but this would be far away. Too much to explain. Just curious. Steve plays a lot more than me, but that's because I'm a little bit busier with editing and stuff.
Yeah, but you've been sitting here kind of watching videos on something that you enjoy very much. Why don't you just be honest here,
There
Lacey?
is a game that I am passionate about, which is the Resident Evil franchise. Pretty much every single one of them.
It rhymes with hesitant beevil.
And they're doing the remake of Resident Evil 3, which is going to be coming out. I don't even know when. I did know at one point, but I don't know now. And I will want to definitely play that one, because I haven't even played 2 yet. I need to play 2. Ugh. Russian Legend. Thank you so much. Gotta watch the Stranger Things bad lip reading. It's awesome. Also,
I would love
Lost.
to watch that. I would love to watch that, actually. Who is that? Russian what?
Russian Legend.
Russian Legend. I would love to watch that.
And also Lost. And the only show
That's-
y'all watch that might be better is Breaking Bad, in my opinion. I'm assuming that's...
See, Lost is one of them shows that we are going to do.
We're definitely going to do that at some point, but
I-
we need to
But
have
I'm scared
an
as hell
opening.
about this show because some people
Everybody-
say it's very confusing, and I hope to God I could wrap my mind around it. Is that Sophie?
You saw that from way over
Well,
there?
it came on.
Stu has to say Lacey and Steve, and then Sophie rocks.
Dear God, dear God.
Do it.
Lacey
Do
and
it.
Steve, Sophie rocks. Steve and Lacey.
That just like wasn't even like, that's not fair.
Sorry, take a drink.
Philip, have you heard of the show Ozark? It's with Jason Bateman, and he is brilliant in that show. Definitely recommend.
I love him as an actor.
I have heard of that show Ozark, and I've seen it like
What's that on?
go by on the screen on our Netflix sometimes. And I have heard other people say that that's a really good show.
Well, you know when you're flipping across and it has like the scene come across, it's just like a snippet.
Oh, it plays like a little scene. Like, yeah, if you leave it on that choice for too long, it'll like play a scene.
Yeah. So I was going through it, and
we actually have our Netflix on right now on our TV, and
And
it's showing Orange is the New
I wanna
Black
see
right
that
now.
too, kinda.
There's so many shows I want to see.
Yeah.
So many shows. But yeah, I definitely like Jason Bateman.
Love.
I haven't seen him in a whole lot of like serious. Like, I see him in a lot of like comedies, like.
I love him, and
But I love it. Yeah.
I would love to see him in kind of what I saw on there. I think it'd be really cool because I like his character. I like him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Anthony.
Did you get the one up above that? 'Cause
Yeah, that's the one we just did. I'm doing well. Hospice nurses are restricted to seeing our patients to every other week to reduce the risk of spreading COVID-19, especially in nursing homes. Yes, that is definitely, the nursing homes is the thing to be most concerned about
I
right
worry
now.
about, you know,
I used to work in a nursing home, and I know how easy it is for sicknesses to go through a nursing home and definitely be very detrimental, be very bad.
well, every life is so important right now. And, I have to be honest with you. If I can do just a little part to help save someone's life or even our own, I mean, it's very important that I do that at this time. And Anthony, I want to tell you, we said it earlier. I want to thank you very much for what you do. What you do is amazing. And all you healthcare workers out there, God bless you for having the courage and
Just
the care.
doing what you know needs to be done.
Well, that's got to be in them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and
To
it is in healthcare workers, because there's a reason why you get into that field to begin with. There's a reason why I did, when I worked in the healthcare field.
Mm-hmm.
You want to help people, even if that's putting yourself at risk.
And you know what? You can never pay enough money to someone to do those jobs.
Yeah.
And it's I just want to say from me to you and to all you out there, and I know Lacey feels the same. God bless you and thank you so much.
Yes.
And for everybody out there doing what they can to get this ship right, because we're all in this together. This is a global thing.
Yeah,
this isn't just here.
It's impacting.
And I worry about all you guys. I really do.
We want all of you to be safe and healthy, just like you want us to be safe and healthy.
Damn right.
Not, sure, you guys want your content every day, right? But you also, we all want each other to be healthy and safe and happy. That's just, we're the duo fam, right?
That's exactly why we're doing this
Yeah.
tonight. This was impromptu. This had nothing to do with.
We were going to be filming a little bit more tonight but we decided to.
We wanted to just touch base with you guys.
We wanted to chat with you guys about any and everything, shows, what everybody's going through right now. Like anything you guys just wanted to talk about, really. To get our minds off of all the stress. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And see how we're doing too. I mean, also if you're struggling out there, or whatever. I mean,
send us a message,
yeah,
like
let's chat, let's talk. Let's I care enough about the human race that look, man, if I can help one person or whatever,
and even if it is just to talk or to get something off your chest or to we're good listeners.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think
I always have time in the day for.
I think we're pretty good at giving advice when we can, So
yeah.
Amy, thank you so much. Just wanted to donate a wee something for you both for all you do for us. You're amazing people. Hope you and the fam stay safe. Much love.
Much love to you too. Thank you.
Back to
that
you,
means
Amy.
that means a lot to us, and I hope this means a lot to you guys. We want to hop in here and see how you guys are doing, and
Yeah.
Just kind of break the monotony up before you go to bed tonight. Just
we know that some of you guys were bummed that there was no Walking Dead video on Tuesday. So hopefully us, obviously you're going to get the double upload tomorrow, so you're still going to get the 2 episodes, but having to wait a week, I know that sucks. And sorry about that.
we had so much going on
So
at the
much
time.
going on.
If I even told you, you would never believe it. It was just so much, and there's days where it's going to happen that way, and I realize that, and I feel guilty. I feel guilty.
I try my hardest to always keep.
Well, you were busy as hell too. I mean,
And that's what I'm saying. I try so hard to keep our schedule for you guys. There's going to be times where I just can't help it because I do have 3 kids. I do have kids that come first always.
Right.
They come first. So I have to manage that on top of managing, our home life, right? Like what we do here. Also mitigating circumstances, family.
Well, you can never borrow enough time, Lacey, right?
There's
Does everybody agree with that
statement?
statement?
There's never enough hours in a day. I mean, let's be honest.
Something's going to suffer
enough.
somewhere. It's kind of like, do you remember that game that used to play, Lacey, the Sims or whatever?
Yeah.
And like
you can slow down time and you can speed up time.
Over here it'd be getting dirty and you have to go pee over here, but you can't go pee because you got to cook because you're getting ready to die or something.
You're getting ready to die of hunger, so you have to cook, but then you piss your pants. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I'm in the Sims sometimes.
Sometimes, and that's the thing was like, literally last week. Oh,
hi Zach, we're live right now.
Zach's calling Steve apparently.
I love you. Is everything good?
But yeah, I mean, like last
bye.
week we had all the, remodeling the bedrooms for the kids, and like we were getting in all these packages of like, stuff for their beds and like flooring and like all this. Also, I'm trying to edit, right, when I can. It was just getting crazy, and like, you guys are lucky you only missed one day.
Let me tell you what,
one day
this side over here, and you can't see it, but Craig knows, this side was filled with Amazon. It looked like Amazon box forest.
Oh, I showed Elle. I showed her a picture
you?
of it. Yeah, I was like, oh, look at this. I look like a hoarder's house right now.
But it's gone.
It's gone now because, well, that's why the video was not up on Tuesday.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Sleep is overrated, Zach, who says give us our content. But do you want me to die is the question. Because I have to sleep.
There's one person that
sometimes.
can do it. But I'll tell you what, she might be able to pull like an all-nighter and do everything.
I've had to do that.
But I'll tell you what,
the
consequences of doing that
is I'm a total bitch.
Yeah, it's
like you don't want to be around me. Like I'll get you your content, but Steve might suffer in the process.
But she might sleep 19 hours the next day.
I might sleep 19 hours the next day.
So yeah.
And then Steve's gonna have to handle everything, and then I'm also gonna be really bitchy. Do you guys want Steve to suffer? It's just my
okay. All the yeses, I
question.
can see it now. Yes, yes, yes.
We do because we want our.
We
content.
like Steve to sweat.
Anthony, thank you. Love that you care so much. Beware of falling chandeliers. 29. LOL. Love that you increased your picture-in-picture on your reaction videos. Awesome.
Yes.
I mean, Craig sort of did inspire that, although he went a little bit too big with the house bunny.
What did he do?
He made the picture-in-picture in our reaction video, our full reaction to the house bunny.
I haven't seen
Like,
that.
it was, like, literally half the screen, and, like, our little heads are like this, and I was like, that might be a little too big,
Craig's getting pretty good at it, though.
He is getting really good.
He's getting really good at it.
He's a fast learner. He's a fast learner.
He's a smart cookie, too. And I like Craig.
He is,
Even though he's a stinking Green Bay fan.
But
Anthony, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, thank you, Anthony. Like, we get it. And I know what you're referring to about the falling chandelier with the widow.
Yes. Guys,
I'm
if you
so
haven't,
excited to
you know what?
3-1.
Look, if you haven't seen the Badlands and you like action and a little bit of
the choreography of the fighting is just so amazing.
It kind of has that Matrix fighting, you know.
Definitely.
But batter ass, I think. You know?
Definitely batter ass.
Yeah. Is that a good way to say that? Batter ass?
I don't think batter ass is the right
batter
way.
And hi. In fact, Elle, tell everybody hi. I love them. How's your mom doing too? Hit me up.
I believe Taryn is watching from what I think I saw in the comments. So, Taryn, thank you, and I'm so glad that you guys are watching all of that, all of our content, and enjoying it just as much as we're enjoying it.
Well, we also love the contact and
I have a cramp in my foot, so I'm sorry. I'm like,
once again, if you haven't added me yet, go to Facebook if you have a Facebook, you know, or if you want to create one or whatever. I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but hey, if you want to communicate with me and Lacey as well, it's Stephen F. TJ.
Yes.
Okay, Stephen.
And his middle name does not start with an F, but that's kind of like an inside joke.
It's an inside joke, so I did that for
our Discord people.
Yeah.
Baby. You want to say hi?
Hi.
This is Ava. Say, I wash my hands. I cover my cough. Say, I
She
know.
just doesn't brush her hair, you know.
Say, the hair ain't a part of the deal.
Say hi to
Aw.
everybody.
Hi.
So, anyway,
Nobody important. He did fix the friend request thing on his Facebook, so you should be able to send him a friend request now.
just before we went live. So, it's Stephen F. TJ. Add me there. I would love to hear from. I like to see your posts and stuff. And I don't care. Oftentimes I go through there, and there's a few people that we have in our Discord that I've added there on Facebook. I love going through and seeing some of the things like Elle and her pictures. I've got to enjoy them. I've got to enjoy other people's posts and stuff, and it's fun.
Yeah, and if you guys do add him on or Facebook or whatever, don't be posting any spoilers on purpose, right? Like, try not to even on accident. Like, if you know that you post stuff about like current Walking
I've gotten
Dead stuff,
good to.
don't
I've gotten good.
don't add him as a friend. Like, just be respectful. Like, we don't want to accidentally see any timeline posts. I'm barely on Facebook, so
I'm pretty good about if I see something real quick or a picture,
hurry up.
because
That's
Walking
what I
Dead
do
is
too.
so specific that you can almost see it and like. Well, of course I'm
Yeah.
not going to read it because I know I'm not there yet.
I'm seeing a lot about football, you guys, and we are not talking football right now.
Well, we do have to talk about it for a second.
We do?
Just for a second. Give me 1 minute.
He,
Anyway.
he has his own dedicated live streams, right, to talk about football. I don't
We
want.
won't-
I don't want to be a part of this.
We're not going to talk about it. I'm just going to talk about doing it.
Hard Productions.
Just to let you know, Zach and I, he just called me. We will be doing more. We love doing it as a father and son.
Yes.
Doing the football talk. That's something we really enjoy. So if it's something you like or whatever, check it out. It's not for everyone, but, we enjoy doing it. And we'll be doing receivers next. Okay, Lacey, go ahead. Top 10.
I think that you and Zach are planning on doing a live stream tomorrow, right? Or a video.
It's
a video or a live stream.
It's going to be up to him. It's gonna be up to
Everyone.
him.
Okay. And where they'll be talking about top 10 receivers, apparently. Okay. You guys do that tomorrow. And then you guys all talking about football in the comment section here can leave those comments on that live stream or video. How about that?
Yeah, but I love you guys. We had some really good talks on there the other night. It was really good.
Oh,
It was
Hi,
fun.
Ava from Brazil.
We have an Ava from Brazil.
We actually just got a Universal Yums box like last week where they send you like different.
Okay, good.
Really, you're gonna cough?
no.
Where they send you like different snacks from around the world, and our last box that we just got last week was from Brazil. So,
Really?
yeah, and nobody eats any of it except for me, pretty much. Like, I'm surprised I don't weigh 300 pounds, because our first box was from France, right?
That's
And
what I
then
wanted to
the
try.
one we just got was from Brazil, and Brazil has some freaking amazing candy, by the way, like the chocolate bars.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. I was like,
Did you tell them that they kind of wanted us to do a piece or whatever about that or something, or what was that?
yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't know because it's not set in stone yet, so I didn't want to say anything until I knew for sure. So.
Oh, there's a possibility we could.
There's a possibility we could partner up with Universal Yums at some point and, talk about it a little bit more in the future.
Oh yeah, it's over there.
Yeah, some of that Brazilian though, like some of them snacks, I didn't really care for as much. I can't remember what they're called right now, but there were some pizza flavored things in there that I didn't really like. I'm like, what is? Oh, that's one. Yeah, these I didn't like either. Whatever those are, I didn't really
don't
care
know
for
if you-
those.
Probably can't.
Do I remember the name? Oh,
Better make sure it isn't bad.
there's some fruit rolls that are pineapple flavored. I really like those.
Oh my god, these are good.
They sent two of these. They sent this one And then they sent one, like this says cheese and coconut. Which normally, like I love coconut. I don't know what it is about these cookies I didn't really care for. But you like these ones?
Yeah.
Don't eat too many. You're supposed to be losing weight.
I know.
But then there's another one that comes in a roll like this that's like cheesecake. I like that one.
Oh, I bet you did.
I love me some cheesecake. And then there's like some white chocolate one that has like
As
little
much as you
bits
eat, I
and
hope we have enough
pieces.
toilet paper to cover the discharge. God, please, one more load of toilet paper, just one. Just one.
That's what, instead of sending us gifts, you guys, this month,
Send us one roll
send
of
us some toilet paper. We're down to 4 rolls,
Now,
you guys.
you know, it really pisses me off that the kids toilet paper the streets during homecoming, because there was enough to last us
Oh, that
4
would
or
have
5 years.
Yeah, that was a lot of, yeah. Our town does this thing every year where the high school, like for the homecoming, they like all up and down like the street that the high school is on, like every house they teepee.
Well,
like,
all the
all
trees.
the trees.
Yeah.
So like literally you'll drive down the street and all you'll see is like
It's neat.
toilet paper trees.
It is neat.
But it is
neat.
really neat looking, and I know I have pictures. I'll have to show you guys in Discord later.
That was really
It's-
good. My God.
Those ones,
Them Brazilians
I don't know,
really know how to do it.
I don't know what it was about these ones.
I can't even pronounce that word, though.
There's some chocolate over there.
So it's spelled Queijadinha.
I'm not even going to try to say that because I'm not good at
Quidiana? Jesus.
Kayadina.
I don't know how some of you
Something
can,
like that?
you know, I
I
was
don't
just talking about this the other day, but how you guys can be bilingual. I have a hard enough time with my own language, let alone learning a new language. I mean, but some people do it very well, and it just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not that great with other languages. Now, it was easier when I was down in Florida, right? Because I was friends with a bunch of people that came from like Cuba and Puerto Rico, and they were like, they would teach you different phrases in a way that is a bit more understanding, I guess. Mm-hmm. Like when you're learning with friends, it's easier than if you're just like sitting in front of a computer,
Keep
right?
talking.
Which I don't even remember some of the phrases that I was taught back then now. But they were all like the common way of saying stuff rather than the formal way of saying it, like you learn in school and stuff.
Okay.
You learn a formal way of saying something. But it was, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
Craig says, hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, I know that one.
Well, you know. I know, ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo Lacey. Seriously, you don't know what that means.
Yeah, my name is Lacey, I guess. Right?
What is your name? And then my name is Lacey.
See, I freaking got that right. I don't even need Spanish.
Craig
I
says,
guess.
Me llamo Stu. That's what you should be saying. Me llamo Stu. Christy, uno. I do know 1 to 10. That's
I learned that from like Dora.
mucho gusto. Vámonos.
Boom.
See? I know very little Spanish, you guys. Very little. Very little.
Not that I watch Dora a lot, but I mean, having kids, I've seen
Sandra says regards from Brazil. We were just talking about all your
it. Yes,
good
we were.
food.
Yeah,
in Brazil.
and it's delicia.
It's delicia.
Yes, we just had a box come in from there. It was really good,
According to me.
I guess. I know the one.
Some of it was really good.
I know the
there
two
were
cookies
some
I
that I
had.
didn't like. Some of the more savory snacks I didn't really care for, but there were these one like chip things that were like they were chips but made from something other than potatoes. I can't remember what it was.
What?
But they were really good. They were like parsley and garlic or something. But the chips were like really, like it almost looked like if you take like a banana peel and like baked it, but like more thin.
Okay.
Palm. I don't even know. You guys might know.
Hi, T-Bird.
React to Dora. Yeah.
JT, you can do that.
JT. Whitney says, what? You can make chips out of something other than potatoes?
Right?
Yeah, but whatever it was, they were delicious. Whatever they were. I do have a few more bags of stuff. I think there's like some sort of savory chip that's in there that's supposed to taste like meat. Like some sort of meat. And I'm kind of worried about trying that because I'm like, those are chips and they're supposed to taste like steak or beef or something. So I'll try them.
Interesting.
But there was this chocolate bar that I believe that one was in the France
You know what?
box,
Instead
though.
of doing this, you should do a video on these boxes and try a little bit of, you know what
Oh,
I mean?
that's what we're working towards right now.
Oh.
They were not banana chips.
I don't
Like,
know.
not the typical, like, when I think of banana chips, I think of, like, dehydrated banana chip, you know, that are, like, hard and crunchy.
I know. Yeah.
These ones were hard and crunchy, but they were, like, more of, like, a chip. Like, bigger than that. They were definitely not bananas. But they were something like that. I threw away the bag because I ate the whole bag already, so... But no, the chocolate bar that I'm talking about, it did not come from Brazil. It came from France. But it was like sea salt chocolate
Oh,
bar.
I remember you, yeah.
It was like crunchy a little bit because of the sea salt, but it was so good. Like, I was like, oh my god, I didn't think I was going to like this. But then they had a bar that was like mango and pepper, and that was the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten. I was like, oh my god. Get this away from me right now. David says Steve is looking sharp as hell.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
All of his unshaven glory.
I thought about not just shaving during this whole epidemic.
No shave epidemic.
Yeah.
Craig, I do like mango. I just did not like this chocolate bar. I don't know what it was. And I like mango salsa, and
I like mango.
I like mango, but not in the way this was happening in my mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just didn't work with your mouth.
Fried pork skins. No.
Hell yeah. That'd be good.
No, I do like fried pork skins. Okay. But she's asking if that's what the chips were made out of, and it's not. It's some sort of like tree or bark, or not bark, but like, or palm leaf, or like it's some sort of thing like that from like a tree. Some sort of tree. And I could probably find out for you guys because I have the little pamphlet over there, but I don't feel like getting up at the moment.
I need to make, also, I got a ham that I've been cooking or whatever, and I've been thinking about, I know this is off topic, but we're talking about food, right? So,
Who doesn't like food?
no, I was thinking about making that stuff my dad used to make. It's like a ham, like a ham soup or something, you know, but it was...
Ham and beans?
Yeah. Doesn't that sound good?
Ham and beans is always
I need
good,
someone
if
that
it's made right.
If there's anyone that has a recipe for that, could you send it my way?
My grandma makes delicious ham and beans.
I haven't spoke to her in a while.
Oh, not that grandma. My grandma Walker.
Oh, I haven't spoke to her either.
That's true, but she makes the best ham and beans and the best frickin' collard greens you'll ever eat in your life.
Well, you need to get on that shit.
I know. Josh, thank you.
Excuse me.
Have we heard of Lost? I think Steve would love that show. That's the second time that's been brought up this live
I'm
stream.
having a feeling Lost is coming.
And we are amazing people. Thank you so much, Josh.
Wow, thank
Greatly
you.
appreciate it. And yes, we are definitely going to watch Lost at some point. I have seen Lost a long, long time ago, like back when it first aired. Haven't seen it since, so I know, like, things. But it's been so long that since I've seen it that there's probably a lot that I've forgotten, to be honest.
Kind of like me with Game of Thrones. When we started it, you had watched it.
Well, yeah, but like even then I was still pretty into it, so I remembered a lot more. Like now with like shows like Lost and like Dexter, like I'll remember people, right?
Game of Thrones still
But I won't remember
just an amazing show in itself.
like individual things that happen unless they're probably bigger maybe. But Steve has not seen Lost.
No.
So
I'm lost.
We will definitely be reacting to that at
I
some
have a feeling
point.
I'm going to be very lost.
He's going to be very lost. From what I remember of the show, I know I was lost at points. So if I was lost, you're going to be lost.
Really?
Well, yeah, but
Shit.
it's kind of the intrigue of the show, you know?
Oh, man.
And the same with Dexter. Like, Dexter, I watched that years and years and years ago. Loved it. But, again, it's been so long. And Steve has not seen that show. So those are two that we will react to at some point. Even though I've seen them a long time ago, I probably won't remember a whole lot anyway. And Steve hasn't seen it, so... You're gonna be lost in a good way. All comes together.
Okay.
People, I think you guys all like to see Steve confused. Which
I hate being confused.
Steve hates being confused. Like, literally, if we're watching any show, he's like, if one show he's confused, he's like, God damn it. Why do I have to wait to find out what... He doesn't like being confused. Which I think you guys like seeing him like that, though.
I'm telling you. Just like when in Game of Thrones, when she was having that demon baby, I was like, what the... You know what I mean?
What
like,
the hell is happening
Yeah.
on the screen right now? Yeah. That was an interesting...
There's a few, yeah.
I love that show, though.
Yeah, that show is amazing.
It's more than Jim says, don't watch Westworld then. I've heard great things about that show. Neither one of us have seen Westworld either, so
So I take it that's confusing?
I'm assuming I must be confusing. Demon babies aren't very common, David says. They're not very common, but every now and then, you know, them demon babies, they get you.
Yeah. Freaking killed someone.
Yeah,
Still
Renly.
don't have my head wrapped around it.
Elle,
saying.
I knew Elle was going to bring up Sons of Anarchy,
I knew it.
which is another show that we will definitely react to at some point. Neither one of us have seen Sons of Anarchy, so...
Or Sopranos.
Or Sopranos, and we want to watch that too. So many shows that we want to react to.
I don't know if you like Sopranos as much as I do. Maybe you will.
I like shows like that.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure you'll like it more than me.
That's what I'm talking about.
Whitney, if you want to see demon babies, watch American Horror Story. I mean...
Is that like that weird American horror?
That weird...
I don't know, it has like someone dressed up in like bondage shit.
Yeah, I think so. Are you talking about like when it goes across the screen? Like the like poster image for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I've seen a few episodes of the season, the hotel season, where Lady Gaga is in it and she plays like a vampire or something. A few episodes, but other than that, I have not seen any more of that. But I do remember liking it from what I saw, even
And
though
you love Lady Gaga.
I love Lady Gaga.
I've seen none of it. I mean,
And I also love anything pretty much horror, so...
there's so many shows. I mean, I'm just
I
looking
know,
up
like-
on screen, you see like the Cloverfield Paradox, you see Glow, you see Orange is the New What? Black?
Yeah. Orange is the New Black is one that I really want to see at some point. I feel like that's one that I would probably like more than you. Oh, look at that. It just popped up.
Yeah.
It knew we were talking about it.
I think another one I would like is that one filmed out of Chicago. That
Shameless.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shameless is...
I think I would like it.
You would if you sat down and watched it. He's just... Like, I've seen Shameless, like, one of my favorite shows ever. And he... Like...
I would have watched it.
I think you would have, but like when I start watching something, and especially before,
It'll
like
keep
before
going
all of
and
this,
going
before
and
we started
going.
doing this, I would literally just sit and watch it like nonstop. Like
Yeah.
there'd be no end. Like, I'd stay up all night watching it. Like, I'd always be like, one more episode, you know, that whole thing where,
Which I think we all have done.
yeah. But, I mean, but with Shameless, I think I started that a couple seasons in or something, but I've watched it every year since it comes out. And
That was my last cookie.
Steve, it's hard for him now because I've already seen all of it, right? So you can't just watch it now. Like,
Well, there's no sense in it unless, I mean, I like to
Yeah.
watch things with you, and you're like a loner.
I mean, I am a loner. That's
And I
me.
can't just sit and watch things. I'll watch maybe 2-3 episodes, but then I pull myself out of it because I'll be sitting there forever. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I don't have that self control. Like,
'Cause I got, like,
I'll be
better
like,
shit
oh,
I
I
need to
can,
do.
I can do one more episode.
But that's your thing. You do like
But
this is
doing
like,
it this way, though, it
I'm being
kind of
honest, guys.
forces that.
This is
so.
right up her alley, and I don't know that you guys don't know her, but I think you're getting to know her. Shows are her thing.
I do love shows.
When we started doing this, I knew she would enjoy doing this whether we got anywhere or not. Okay, because she enjoys shows so much. So, guys, this has been like a dream for her, kinda, to do this, and she, you know, I mean, everything she's done, the editing and learning how to do that on her own. I mean,
Teaching myself new skills. Yes.
yeah, you've been doing really good, and I'm very proud of you. You know, you took a hobby that not necessarily was a hobby, but you enjoyed doing it, and you're enjoying what you're doing, and that's
Definitely, yeah.
and that's the fun part about it.
And continuously trying to improve too.
Right,
Yeah. And Anthony, I'm not going to miss you here. I saw you pop up. Are restaurants, bars, etc. closed in your area? It's so weird and quiet in Dallas. Yes, stay away from Westworld, migraine city. So apparently Westworld is gonna confuse us.
yes,
But
bars.
we will watch it at some point.
As
But
a matter
yes.
of fact, there was. If you don't mind, I will explain.
Oh, go ahead.
We're
Yeah.
here for a while, guys. So strap in, have a drink, whatever. Grab a
I don't know about that.
little bit
I
of-
mean, we've been on for an hour and a half. I'll give it another 30 minutes tops.
whatever. I'll be here all night. But anyway, no, there's a place in Pontiac, which is not too far from us. There was a date and a cutoff that everything was supposed to be shut down as far as
Well, businesses were supposed to be shutting, like they had a curfew, like bars.
it wasn't a curfew. It was a complete shutdown.
It was a complete shutdown?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So
Steve's like, get it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
and I know some of these people because years ago, I had a place of my own, and so the fact of the matter was places were supposed to shut down. Some people shut down. Some people kept open later. They got pissed off. But yes, we do have shutdowns of taverns where people can.
Bars, restaurants, like most of the restaurants in our area at least are only serving like delivery and carry out.
Yes.
No dine in. From what from our area. Now, I believe in the state of Illinois, like the rules right now are like, you know, I don't think they're like very set in stone, but they're wanting them to kind of close.
They're
But-
wanting them to close, but they're also saying if you're going to have a restaurant, that there needs to be social distancing. Like,
Yeah.
let's say there's people in the restaurant or whatever, they can't be within so much of each other by seating arrangement, if that makes sense.
Which makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't to me because if you're in like a restaurant which is a confined space, and even if you have people
cough,
6
things are gonna
feet,
go-
and you got somebody that comes in there that's really sick because some people are like that, right? Some people are like that where
There's
they're
people that don't get it.
yeah,
You know
they
what I
either
mean?
don't get it or they don't think it's as bad. Like, oh, I just have a little cold. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll go in there and they'll be coughing all over the place. And I'm sorry, but being 6 feet from somebody in that type of situation, I don't feel like is going to be enough.
Right.
So, yeah, if you're sick, if you are sick, even if you don't think it's that serious, just wear a face mask, right? Try not to spread them germs around, right?
Right.
But yeah, all of our like businesses around here, like, and we don't have very many to be honest, because it's a pretty small town. But like our restaurants, like we have a bunch of pizza places and Subway, you know, places like that. that are only doing drive-through and carry-out, which is better than nothing for people who still want to eat. You know?
Well, yeah, because like I said, the thing of it is the stores don't have much.
That's what I'm saying. Like, some people can't even get food right now at the grocery store because...
And I worry about a lot of you out there that, maybe your job has shut down, maybe, or whatever. And I pray to God that, look, this is an act of God. It's a war against a virus, that we all help each other and be kind to one another. I mean, we need to be understanding of other people's lives, and also, there's people out there trying to have family like Anthony and everybody out there that is in the medical field. We'd like to see them healthy. Try and do your part to minimize the exposure.
When you go to the store, buy what you need, right? Like, even for the week, right? Don't buy for 3 months, because then all of that you're buying for that whole 3 months is taking away from people who are coming in behind you, and they're going to be left without because of that. So just be respectful of other people. And I know a lot of people out there are selfish like that. And I think it's kind of not always intentional. It's just that fear that what if we run out and then we're left with nothing. So it's kind of that whole, like, think about yourself
but I
thing.
do get where people that do buy up panic.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're panicked.
I'm not going to fault everybody. People do have things go on in their head that...
And that's what I'm saying.
They can get scared. You get on these news channels, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, maybe too much of it, watching it, can really get to you.
Maybe sometimes we need to take breaks step back from watching news.
Yeah,
keep informed, sure, but
I like to turn it on, kind of see where
right?
everything's at, and I might spend maybe an hour or two every other day just to kind of get a grasp on what in the hell's going on in the world, and then I'll pull myself out.
Because if you sit there and watch it all the time, like, it can be very kind of scary, and it can be almost to the point where it's almost fear-mongering at points.
I mean, toilet paper's not my biggest... hear me out. Toilet paper's not my biggest issue for panicking, okay? I can figure out...
That was the first thing that was like you were not able to buy. And I don't understand the toilet paper thing. Like, food. I would be thinking in my head, if I'm panicking, I might not be able to... The stores might be closed, or
they did catch on to that, because I went to the store.
They caught on to that.
They bought the toilet paper, and then they said, "Oh shit, I'm going shit too much."
Then they're saying, "Well, I won't need the toilet paper because if I'm not eating anything,
I better go buy that too." So they went and they bought all that shit. So,
but that's what I'm saying. They were thinking like butt first, rather than I need
to keep that area clean down there.
You do, but like let's face it. If worse comes to worse, you can like hop in the shower or something.
And my mom's husband,
you know what I mean?
And he's a great guy. My dad has passed, so my mom is remarried to a wonderful guy, and he's from West Virginia. Okay, when I say West Virginia, I'm talking coal mine, West Virginia. We hunt, we fish.
Like,
I'll wipe my ass with newspaper if I have to.
The wilderness, sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd only have to hear his accent once to be like, because number one, you can hardly understand what he's saying half the time, but he's a wonderful person.
I've been around him enough, I've caught on. But he's such a great guy. I mean, he is a great guy. But he's down there, I think he's having the time of his life, because I'm telling you what, guys, the other day, and I think he might have fed a bunch of families, but he went down, he caught over 100 channel cat.
Definitely something he would do.
Channel cat are big catfish, if you don't know, like, and they're big. And I'm talking, guys, I don't know if the screen, but even longer than this. I can't, or I'm going to be hitting Lacey, but they were huge. And I saw some Facebook posts of people that he gave them to, and they had pictures of him cleaning the fish, and but
I think that's what a lot of us need to be doing in times like this, for people who can't Like for my friend who can't even find baby formula for her newborn baby because it's all out of stock
And
everywhere.
that's bullshit.
And that's bullshit.
And I'm going to tell you guys, if thank God I don't have a baby at home, but God dang it, I mean,
You
have a
shouldn't
little
have
bit
to
of
worry about
it's
if you're going to be able to feed your baby or not, or your kids, period. So for anybody who's panicking a little bit in their heads, like,
and we're talking
and
baby,
worried,
baby.
yeah,
not
she's
not
a
one that you
newborn.
can mush
No,
stuff up
she's
without.
a newborn.
Yeah.
Yeah. If any of you are feeling that panic and getting scared, like, oh, what if, just remember there are other people too. You know what I mean? Other people who might need it just as much as you do, or even more. You know what I mean? So just be respectful of everybody. That's what we're doing. Steve goes to the store once a week, gets stuff enough for that week.
Yep. No more, no less.
And
but
I said, if
and we're a big family too. I
Yeah.
mean, and we're
we
we're
have
at
to
the
feed
mercy.
our kids too.
We're at the mercy of the system at this point too. But I like to be respectful. Just like the other day, I could have picked up a lot more.
You could have, but
I-
why?
But I keep thinking in my head, I need to.
Other people need this too,
Yeah.
and if there's this, like, everything almost is gone already, then the family coming in behind me, they're gonna go without because I'm hoarding up. Like, I would feel too guilty doing that. And like, I'll go without toilet paper if I need to. I got 4 rolls of toilet paper right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll have to start rationing. Ration toilet paper.
One sheet.
I've got some paper towels, I've got some, I think I got butt wipes around here somewhere, like wet wipes.
Oh, the dude wipes that I bought.
Yeah, we can use wet wipes.
I bought these dude wipes that were, there's several, but I bought a couple of them because, I don't know, if I'm outside working on something, they're nice to, wipe, whatever. And,
wipe your butt
but I
with.
forgot about them. And,
Yeah.
and so, yeah, that,
You got some dude wipes, like,
couple
I
dude
like
wipes.
those little Cottonelle wet wipes. Those are nice, for feel so fresh and so clean,
oh dear God, here we go. We're talking butt cleanse now.
Yeah, and like I said, if worse comes to worse, I will frickin' hop in the shower and clean my booty.
Oh,
you know what
my
I mean?
dear
Like,
God.
I'm not that worried about it. I would be
I get it.
more
I get what
worried
you're
about
saying,
the-
but that's almost a chilling.
Why is that chilling?
I don't know.
Anthony, watch The Walking Dead and learn how to go on supply runs. So we'll break into houses.
Well, we've already created the team, but I don't feel this is apocalyptic yet.
It's not apocalyptic.
But once we do, we're going to enact the
I
Dual
think-
Reacts apocalyptic team.
I think it's frowned upon at this point to be breaking into places, and I
Yeah.
don't think we should go that far yet. And I don't hunt, so I'm not going to be hunting. No. I mean, I'm just going to live my life like I normally do right now. Other than, like, I mean, let's be honest. I hardly ever leave the house anyway. That's
True.
just me. I'm a homebody. I don't like to leave very much
It's been harder on me.
because he's not a homebody. So it's not much of a change for me. So I just live life like I normally do, and boom. For any of you that aren't homebodies, it might be a little bit more of an adjustment for you to stay home more often. Just go to the store once a week, get what you need, and if you can't find something like toilet paper or paper towels or silly things like that, who cares? You know what I mean? We'll figure it out because we're a family and we do this shit together.
Right. Right. No, that's nicely said. That's nicely said.
I think so.
Look, the great thing about
And yes, it is.
this has been eye-opening to me, I guess, in many ways, because this is unprecedented in my life. Growing up, I've seen a lot of things. This being probably the strangest. This probably being the strangest event that I've seen. And I've seen communities devastated by tornadoes. I've seen stuff happen like that, and there were shortages or whatever.
Well, it's because this
But-
is worldwide. I think it's
But
everybody.
it's amazing. You take hear me out. A country like the United States, supposedly one of the pretty self-sufficient country, actually grinding to where it's at. And it's weird for me to see that and realize that, you know what? It's just fucking weird. It's weird. Walking into a store you usually see stocked. You can get what you need to get and get out.
And now you don't have that.
Yeah, it's just...
It's definitely weird, and I think it's people are just scared right now. They don't want to get sick, and they don't want their family to get sick. And I think the most important thing to take out of we see happening is it's so important to not just think about yourself and your family. Mm-hmm. It's so important to think of us as one big family, all of us.
Well, it's time that the leaders of the household, hey, is this enough that we need to, live on to make someone else, do we need it all? I mean, just like all the money at the top of the up the upper echelon or whatever, is too much. Yeah, it really is. To have all that, you can never ever spend all the money in the world. Nor could you wipe your ass enough with all the toilet paper in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to be sitting on that for a very, very long time. Get what you need. Get what you need.
People
get
are
out
buying enough to last like months and months and months. And that's the fear. But I think if we all just stick together and look out for each other, and if there are people out there that are running low on essential things, help them out, give them some of the stuff that you have hoarded.
Yeah, like, right now we couldn't help anyone out on toilet paper.
Not on toilet paper. I mean, I do a lot of couponing, but I hadn't done any TP in quite a while, but I do have some paper towels. I do have a lot of dryer sheets. I have a ton of dryer sheets.
If anybody needs dryer sheets.
You guys need any dryer sheets, I've got boxes.
Yeah, she did do some couponing a while back, and I really enjoyed it.
A ton of body wash.
We had a bigger family, so it was nice for her to do that and stock. Like if Cade needed to come over and get stuff to do his laundry or Zach, and of course the kids here, I mean, dear God, we run through laundry like it's So, I mean, I don't have very much detergent left because let's face it, I use all that. Right.
But yeah, I mean, I've got
the hand soap
things.
You got came in handy.
I had plenty of hand soap, so we weren't worried about that. But yeah, I do have some things stocked up that if anybody needed, I would be happy to donate. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, a heartbeat.
David's like, you give me them dryer sheets. I will send you some, David. I'll probably keep the Snuggle ones because those are my favorite. But I have some Bounce ones and I have some Gain dryer sheets and...
You could probably wipe your ass with that. I don't know.
I don't think I'd risk that. Look, your booty, and for us females, our nether regions are sensitive, right? Dryer sheets have all kinds of chemicals in them.
I have an outie, you have an innie, so what am I to say to that?
Just like what Craig said, that would be a last resort. That wouldn't even be my last resort, because my last resort would be literally taking a shower. Just, all right, I got stuff going on, I'm just going to hop in the shower,
You know what? Once they run on a water demand thing, that's where you're going to freak out.
That's where I'd probably struggle a little bit.
You're going to lose
if we just lose our all water. We don't even have a river around us. Like, I can't even go to the river and, ugh.
Yeah, we do.
Not super close to where if I had shit on my body that I needed to
you're talking about just go up the block and jump in the river and wash your ass.
If we didn't have any water, let's say the whole town didn't have water and nobody had any water, what are you going to do? You can't hop in the shower, right?
We can put... you'll
These
be fine.
hypotheticals, though. I don't have toilet paper. Okay,
you have her really thinking now. She's digging deep, guys.
In that case, if we don't have any running water, I might
I
have
would
I might
love to
have
see
to
what
use
people
dryer
are
sheets
saying.
in that case.
What people are saying to this.
Oh, jeez. I did see a few of them memes too, Crystal, about the whole Beavis and Butthead. I need TP for my bunghole.
That's funny. That's funny.
That it should be like it shouldn't be called the coronavirus. It should be called the cornholio
The
virus
cornholio.
because, yeah.
Sometimes it's good to laugh about it. It really is. But end result is got to do our part to make it right so we can let others, that are less fortunate or have bad immune systems be able to
Yes.
live a healthy life, to live that next day. Because I'll tell you what, I'm going to be honest with you. If you don't have to put a face to me to understand that I need to do my part to let someone else live. You don't have to put a face on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like of course I'm gonna make sure that me and my family is okay, but I'm not going to take away from somebody else too.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's better put. So I guess that's my whole meaning.
Crystal, use those unmatched socks. There you go.
God, there should be plenty of those.
We should definitely have plenty of those, yeah. Why are we talking about this?
We're going extreme.
We're going extreme with it, yeah, we usually do. Elle says, less fatty foods equals less poops, more TP. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't like to be backed up either, because that sucks too. Constipation is not fun.
No.
Any of you ladies out there who have gone through pregnancies before will know extreme constipation is not good. Less food, less poop. I mean, you're right, Ava, 100%. If we can't have food, we can't poop, right?
See, the one thing everybody needs to understand is that, I think America really loves food.
Yeah.
Okay?
What is it, like 40 to 60% of the population is
literally,
obese?
the only reason the Earth stays where it is because, people in America are so damn fat and they eat so much.
They hold it down.
They hold it down. So, I mean, you think about that for a minute. We're saving you. I'm just fucking with you. It's funny. I don't know. I just pictured that in my head. All the fat people in America, we're keeping the planet.
We're holding it down so we don't float off into space.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
Yep. You heard it here first.
Okay. Well, Craig's like, yeah, that's not how gravity works.
Damn it, Craig. You have to get all scientific.
Oh, jeez. We're getting silly now. But yeah, I'm not helping in that front. I weigh like 5 pounds, so
Yeah. I gotcha.
small person, small. But that's all the more reason why I can't miss any meals, right?
Sure.
I can't afford to lose anything. I got Boost.
You do.
I do have Boost. Earth is not flat, it is stomach shaped. Is that the Earth trying to tell us something?
Crazy here in LA.
Conspiracy theory?
Our mayor wants us to stay home. Yeah. Yeah. Well, in such a big area, too. I mean, I get what they're doing. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this will get to... I just don't see a quick end to this.
I don't think it's
Right
going to be
now,
real quick. No.
I just don't. Unless, there's some kind of antidote out there. I know that I've heard quims or,
Antidote?
or
I don't
serum or whatever the hell.
I don't think that's the right word. Yeah, it's like an anti-serum or vaccine.
You know what the hell I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Out there that we can get going and maybe stop this thing, so we can get back to life.
Well, it wouldn't be a vaccine. I mean, vaccines take like a couple years to develop. So even if they, it has to go through human trials and there's a whole process for vaccines.
No,
But there might be ways that they can help with the symptoms.
I think you're not from some of the shit I'm reading, Lacey. This is pretty pandemic.
Conspiracies.
They're going to get the stuff out pretty quick. I understand that there is a woman out in Washington that tried the shot, or there's a shot that she took
Okay.
that hopefully might be something. I know there's other ones out
Well,
there.
and that's why I said there might be stuff that they are
But I think
developed
they might.
to help
I
with
think
the
they might
symptoms.
hurry that up a little bit on this
You
one.
can't really hurry up that.
When you're
A vaccine, you have to go through human trials that takes months of
Lacey, I
researching.
understand. We're not
and-
talking about. We're not talking about the common cold here.
I
We're
know.
talking about something that they have to squash because there's economies being crushed right now everywhere.
I know that.
Okay, when that starts happening, people are going to start dying whether you like it or not. So they're probably going to give us a vaccine. I'm just giving you the realistic thing here.
And I'm just telling you that it's not going to happen as soon as you think it's going to happen. A vaccine is not going to happen for at least 18 months.
I disagree with you.
Okay.
Disagree.
You guys remember it. Who's going to be right?
Me.
Who's going to be right, you guys? Are they going to come out with a vaccine before 18 months? Anytime within the next year? Or is it going to take at least 18 months to a couple years before they have a vaccine for this? Ricardo's saying 6 to 10 months. I don't believe it. Nope. Cindy Cruz believes me. Yeah. Vaccines, like, you can't just give somebody a drug that you think is going to work because you have to study how it affects each person, right? And how that's what human trials are.
I'm just
You
telling.
could be
I'm,
giving somebody something that's going to kill off 10% of the population without even knowing it. That might not happen right away. That's why you have to do this over a period of time.
I'm not gonna. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that
Craig, and check for side effects.
I think it's gonna happen way before you know it.
I love it when we disagree on something.
But you're wrong.
You're wrong.
I was in the
You are
service. I know
wrong.
the kind of shit
Wrong.
that they'll pump into people to. Yeah, there's going to be people they're going to test on. They're going to see if they're. But the long term effects. How many times does that happen? Where they do these 18-month trials and people are still fucking dying, Lacey.
Well, and that's the point: is are you going to use these quickly made vaccines for everybody or just for the people that are more at risk, like the older people? Because you start giving stuff like that that's brand new, barely
I
tested.
I agree with you. But
In
this
younger
isn't typical.
people that are healthy, like, I get it that it's not typical, but I would prefer to.
I mean, everything I see in here, if you've taken da-da-da-da-da, you may want to sue these people because...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, those went under those studies too.
There are current medications like chloroquine that is showing promise in shortening the duration of COVID-19. And that's what I was saying. Like, I could see that, like shortening it or making the symptoms less severe or stuff like that, but not like a vaccine, like a cure-all sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that happening for at least 18 months. Probably closer to 2 years, maybe more. Human trial places are paying $3,000 to people willingly putting the virus in them. That's crazy.
Who said that? I'm curious.
Crystal. That's
Paying them $3,000
to be infected with the virus.
to see
To probably study it.
to see if it'll fight or the body
And
will.
to probably
Am I right in assuming?
try different cocktails and stuff to see what
Because the
helps.
virus,
Yeah.
they give you like the flu shot, okay?
Yeah.
Has like a trace amount, I guess. Maybe I could be wrong, of the flu in it, so your body can build up antibodies to
Yes.
battle it. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe that's what she's talking about. They're injecting a little bit into them with something to see how it combats
Yeah,
it. Or,
something like that. But I know, like, even when you have a flu shot, if you get, like, the nostril one, like, that's the live virus. When they do the nostril, the little squirt nostril one,
Okay. Yeah.
like, they're actually putting the actual live flu virus inside of you, but at, like, a much smaller dose.
I knew I
or
felt
however,
like shit.
however they do
I
it.
knew it.
And Whitney, yes, the shot is the dead. but the nostril one is the live. Like, that's what they were telling us when we went, and I'm like, I'll take the shot.
I took the nose. I don't like
He took
needles.
the nose because he doesn't like needles.
I want the real shit. I want it.
See, Craig, I like your thinking. A bad vaccine that is rushed could make things worse in the long run.
No, I agree. Craig Lacey, I do agree. I do agree with that. But I think with such a dramatic effect it's having.
Oh, they're
okay?
definitely going to try and rush it. I agree that they're going to try and rush it, but I think that's... I don't think they're going to accomplish what they want to accomplish in that time frame. And I feel like if they do, it's only going to be bad. Like,
No,
it's not going to be...
I agree with you, but I think their position that... Look, the media's already kind of worked people up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that this will be on the market a lot sooner than what you think. And and in 5 to 10
But
years,
I'm just telling you, if they come out with a vaccine in like the next 6 months, I'm not getting it. Not right away.
I'll take it.
I'm not going to take it. I'm sorry. I'm like, there's not been enough testing on this vaccine. I'll wait a couple years and then I'll get it. And then I'll just self-quarantine for a few years. Because, they say this virus is probably going to be like a yearly thing now, like just like the flu.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll just do what I do, right? And if that is the case, then is this how the world's going to be every year during these months?
I thought about that, Lacey. I have kind of thought that.
Yeah.
Because every year you see something, or every year you see a little bit, and what's the next foot to drop? What's the next, thing? Because there is things changing in our world, and I think this is one of them. I mean, and people aren't hip to vaccines. They don't trust.
Not everybody.
Not everybody's as trusting in things as they used to be.
That's true.
I mean, personally, I get the kids vaccinated. I get myself.
Oh, I do too. I believe in vaccines, but I also am not one. Like, obviously, when I worked in the healthcare, I worked at a nursing home. I was required by law to get my flu shot every year. I had to, right? You can't work in that field without having one.
A lot of public people that work with public.
Yeah, it's a requirement. But nowadays, like, I don't think it's 100% necessary to get a flu shot every year. In my opinion, like, I will if, that... I will or I won't. It's like not like a deciding thing. Like I have to do it or I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just how I feel about it. I don't know.
One second.
Ava says, I love Lacey's t-shirt. You like that?
Dog mom.
Yeah. We got our dogs, or one of them's laying here right next to my feet.
Khaleesi.
Mm-hmm. She hears you say her name and she just like stretches. But yeah, I mean.
I just find it. I mean, has anyone else just felt, I don't know, a little surreal during this as I have? I mean, I kind of want to see in the comments. Like, is this surreal to you as it is to us? Like, that this is even going on, that we're actually going through this? Is it weird, or is it just me in my own mind?
No, it's definitely weird. It's something we're not used to, I think. Any of us.
I kind of want to see in the comments how
Yes. Yeah, it's weird. It's surreal for sure. I mean, even for somebody like me who, like, never leaves the house anyway, it's still surreal hearing everybody else's stories, and also being a mom, having to restrict the kids from doing certain things. You know what I mean?
That's
Jenna, you didn't bring me a paw.
Oh, Dad.
Come here. You want to say hi to everybody?
No. I will.
Like, not face the...
Ava's always wanting
you can
to
say
say hi.
Hi.
Jenna won't show herself on camera.
Yeah. That may never happen.
What do you want?
Oh. First I was afraid.
She'll take a Pepsi.
I was petrified.
She'll take
No
a Pepsi.
way, Jenna doesn't want to be on camera?
You know how Jenna is. She's shy. You're
Oh,
not
no.
shy, though, are you?
I sometimes are.
You sometimes are?
Once you guys started it.
Yeah, but you're pretty good now. You're all about. You're gonna be a YouTuber one day, right? Yeah, it's definitely crazy,
Lacey.
you guys. Thank you, Jenna.
Welcome, Mother.
I mean, I'll be honest. I really enjoy, and I hope everybody's enjoyed this. I know we're kind of, talking
We're
about
just
things
talking.
that are kind of going on, and this is kind of, but this is the one way we can kind of reach out to you, video chatting live without being, Jenna, what are you doing? Face to face. But it's kind of nice to be able to reach out and see how everybody's doing. I just felt in the back of my mind that I wanted to do this tonight and just see how everybody's doing, how everybody's making it. Come on. I can't think when you're... if I go where, what's
Don't
going
pay
on?
attention to me.
I just want to make sure everybody's doing good.
Michael says, "Are you guys gonna do reactions 6 feet apart?"
Hey, Age of the Witch.
Oh.
Oh,
No, we're not gonna go that far, Michael. Like, we're pretty good within the family unit, you know. Maybe I should make Steve start sleeping on the couch, you know.
actually, it'd be you on the couch.
It probably would be, actually.
Tell Janet
Yes.
that Logan is
Yeah.
weight 1, 2.
You guys haven't seen like my couch area though. Like, it has everything I need. It's comfortable. I got my editing station set up. Like, it's pretty comfortable. So no, we don't need to be 6 feet apart though.
It was something in
Until Steve starts sneezing.
Oh, yeah. She'll probably kick me outside of the house. if that
You can go
starts
stay in the
happening.
garage. No, I've been sneezing, so I'm not worried about if you're sneezing.
No, I think we've, the thing of it is, I think we've done enough
Yeah.
to, even when I leave, I keep in mind what I'm bringing home to the
And
family.
when you walk in the door, you immediately go wash your hands.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, I remember.
I don't touch my
Pat
face.
and
I there was one lady that got pretty close to me at the store, and I was like looking back at her like, bitch, you fucking
Like,
crazy.
I'm going to stop you right there,
Yeah,
ma'am.
so I put my cart like behind me, and I kind of shoved it backwards.
yeah,
I was like, oh, I'm
6
sorry.
feet. 6 feet, ma'am.
Sorry I hit your frickin' cart.
Oh,
I could see somebody doing that, like, not thinking, right? Like, just going about their day, not thinking. And I'd be like, ma'am, 4 to 6 feet, please. Social distancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the comments.
I don't know what you have on your body, okay? Yeah, I see you guys talking about a lot of babies are probably being made, right?
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
we're gonna have another baby boomer generation.
I guarantee you, people that don't have nothing to do, they're sitting around.
Isn't it about 100? Like, when that started was because it was during the Great
Lindsay-
Depression was when the baby boomer generation started.
Well, hear this.
And it's almost exactly 100 years later.
Well,
pretty
usually
much.
when there's big snowstorms or something like that, they have an influx from us. Can you imagine right now?
when people have to stay home and they're bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Country-
gonna have another baby boomer generation.
Country Thomas said, what's my favorite show?
Yeah. What is your
What
favorite
is your
show?
favorite show?
I should say, Elsa. Yeah.
Just Elsa?
Yeah.
So you're talking about Frozen?
Don't you have a YouTube channel you like?
It's yours.
Aww.
You're so sweet.
You little kiss butt.
She's
I know
kissing
you
our
have
butts
other
right now
ones.
because I literally never see you watching our channel.
Well,
I always see you watching other stuff.
Well, sometimes I do when you guys are
Oh,
filming.
when we're not around, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Ava.
jeez. Ricardo says no, baby boomers was the 60s, 70s. No. Baby boomers were like from like the 30s and 40s, I think, right? The Great Depression started in the late 20s, went in through the 30s. Yeah.
No.
right?
No. It happened in the 40s.
Yeah, World War
You said-
II.
Yeah, that'd be the 40s.
Now
Be
everyone's
30.
So 30s and 40s, which is what I think I originally said, 30s and 40s.
Oh, my mom was born during that, and she was born
Yeah.
in 46, 40. My dad was 44,
Yeah.
and that was like the...
Our baby boomers are the ones we need to be concerned about right now because of their ages are generally in the 70s and 80s right now.
Yeah.
So,
now
yeah.
everyone's just talking
Okay,
about
boomer.
Yeah, and they've seen a lot of shit over their time. I can only imagine what they think, or, you know, how they're feeling about all this. They probably don't. They probably just handle it like they handle everything.
Who, my grandparents?
No, I'm just saying, just like
Just boomers in general?
they're just kind of
Boomers are pretty resilient, especially like I think whenever I think of that generation, I think of my grandparents because they're like your typical boomers, right? But yeah, they totally are like probably not letting this affect them at all. That's just how they are. I mean, they'd still be following rules.
out, it's gonna take me out.
Yep. I don't care.
Oh, hi, Gravity Prawn. I don't think I
Prone.
said that right.
You didn't say that right,
You
but
did
that,
not, but that's okay.
I-
Gravity prone.
Yeah, I didn't say that right.
you're doing fine though.
I mean, yeah, baby boomers, 40s to 60s.
Yep.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Steve here, Generation X,
Hi, Khaleesi.
which would have been like your 70s, right?
Yep.
And then into like the very early 80s. And then 80s and 90s would be your millennials.
So
And then
January.
2000s to now is your Y, right?
Why?
Isn't it Y?
Oh, I don't think I can spell that. So,
You're gonna have to.
All right, Ava.
bye everyone.
Craig's at
Bye,
the under younger end of Gen X. So what is the Gen X?
Yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure it's
guess-
Y.
I guess it's Y.
Because of like the Y2K, like, isn't that around when the new generation started was around Y2K? Pretty sure they call it the Generation Y. 1992 is a millennial, nobody important, and that is what I am.
1992.
Yeah, 1992 is a millennial.
You weren't born in 80 or 92.
Nobody important asked. You asked
Oh,
what's
oh, oh, oh.
1992. Yeah. Elliot is born in 1998. That would make you a millennial. Yes. Actually, it's like really close though. It's like on that cusp.
There is no cusp. It's either you are or you aren't.
Yeah, look online though, like, because me and Zach were having this conversation once because he was born in 97. And he's like, so does that mean I'm a millennial or does that mean I'm a Gen Y? And it's like really like you could kind of go either way in the late 90s.
I guarantee you Craig will have an answer here.
Craig,
in a
I'm
minute.
sure will have. There are no perfectly clear boundaries. So you could be whichever one you wanted, Elliot. No matter
He
what.
needs to know.
Jordan said 1997 and I'm Gen Z.
Is that Jordan?
Z?
Is that our Jordan?
Gen Z is not a real thing, right? I
Gen
thought it was
Z.
Gen Y. I don't know. After millennials, I lost track of things. Dan's review says, by the way, Stephen Lacey, how is 2020 going for you guys so far? Do you feel like COVID-19 will mess up the rest of the year? I mean, I don't feel like it's going to mess up my year. It might make it a little bit more difficult. But I'm going to power through. I'm going to keep on trucking.
As far as me, I'm not going to let
let
things bring me down. This is the life that, hey, we're going to run through hard times. This is a punch in the face. It is. I mean, but we're gonna get through it. We're
And
gonna,
sure,
you know,
it sucks. Yeah, it's not ideal.
I'm not trying to be.
Of course.
I mean, this is the way I live. I understand there's going to be rough times, man, and I've seen them. I've seen rough times, and all of you have too.
Yeah.
But we live that next day. We take that step, and that's the way I kind of live life. Is even though you're going to run into the financial hard times or this, that, or the other, you know, you don't give up. You take that next step, because that next step is going to bring you into another day. And that another day is going to show you so much. I mean,
Yeah, and this is not going to last forever. You know, don't let it bring you down.
absolutely not. I mean, you know, if anything, make it your bitch. You know, I mean, seriously. You know,
Yeah.
if you have shit around, you know, spend time that normally most of the time you wouldn't be able to with your family, or video chat with your family. You know, use technology that we have today to enhance your lives with those, you know, around you, maybe through those
Yeah.
doors. You know what I mean?
Take this time.
You don't have to be there. We have these devices that you can see each other right now if you want to.
Yeah.
You know,
Take
but
this time to do something you normally don't have time to do, like spring cleaning, or, you know, remodeling, like or anything that you normally have to put off because
Yeah.
you're too busy at work, or you're too busy
repaint a fucking room.
Yeah.
Do something.
do
that-
something.
Yeah, I mean, or anything. It's, you know, but make it your bitch though. That is, and I'm sorry to use words like that, but do it. Make it. You know, we're gonna take that next step, and we're gonna get better. I mean, and we're all here to do it together.
And I agree with what you're saying, Courtney. Courtney Thomas says we're making history right now, because this
We
is something
are.
that we haven't. I mean, hasn't really happened since
Courtney-
like the Spanish flu in like 1918, where we've
And
had
this,
all this.
this is bigger. This planet's never had more people or more shit
Yeah.
on it than it has ever before.
Exactly.
And we are making history together. And when we make it through this, you know, and we tell the stories of today, this will be remembered.
But let's make them good memories. Let's make it good history.
Yeah.
Let's not leave people behind.
That's the ticket. That's the best thing you could have said right there. You know, we have this. We're doing this now.
Don't just think about today. Think about tomorrow. Think about 50 years from now, when people are talking about what happened here. Are they going to be talking about, oh, like 5% of the population went out and bought everything, and then the other 95% was left with nothing, or, you know, whatever. Like,
how did you leave
how
your
did
stamp
you-
on
yeah.
on this
on this time?
very, very
Yeah.
sudden crisis that
Yes.
that took over? I mean, it did. It really took us all by surprise. We saw a little bit of it coming, but
We never thought it'd get to the point.
no.
Right.
But we're making history as a world right now, and how we combat that and help each other is going to be the key of how I think we can move ahead, maybe even better as a world brotherhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we're fighting this all together, people. I
Yeah.
mean, this isn't just America that's important. This is Russia, China. This is all the countries, and we need to learn to work as one, so we all can live
think
a
about-
fulfilled life. There's enough
Don't-
tragedy in
yeah.
the world without.
Just don't think about today. Think about tomorrow. Think about how history is going to remember this time, and act
And that's
accordingly.
and another thing I'm gonna say: quit blaming. Look, quit blaming countries or politicians. Or look, this was going to happen. This happened, okay? And let's take everything off the table right now and understand that what we're given here is an opportunity to really move forward as a people, you know, and make our mark. And
Yeah.
and you said
I
it really
get what you're
best.
saying. Like, don't. This isn't about a blame game.
It isn't. It isn't. It isn't. I don't
Yeah,
like
I
our
get that.
whole entire political system. And I'm not going to bring it even in there. I shouldn't even went there with it.
Anthony, thank you so much. Let me get through these so I don't miss
Yeah.
them. This COVID-19 will bring about marvelous new technology. You're probably 100% right on that. With everything they're trying to do to combat it and to I agree 100%, which is also a good thing. Like, we're gonna bring back about new technology, but I also want.
Or maybe even quicker ways to get stuff on the market.
That's true.
You know
too.
what I mean?
Yeah.
To hurry up things like this. I did hear little ramblings of, there is cancer treatments out there, and there's ways that you can sign up to actually take them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Let's admit there's a lot of things that we can do better in this world, and I think it's time we finally realize that we're all a part of this organization together, and we need to focus on living a better life for each other and being a little bit more kind to each other.
Not having that divided front. We need to come together.
Yeah.
And L says, Steve, 1970s rule and us Libras.
Woo! That's right.
Yeah, well,
That's right.
I'm a Pisces, so
I'll tell you
stick
what.
with that.
I have to admit, growing up and not having any of this stuff that I have in front of me right now, and growing up as a kid was a great thing. And I remember being, a young guy and seeing my first computer at the school in the library, and saying that this shit'll never take off. I don't know why we're even learning it. And sitting where I am today.
And now his foot's in his mouth.
Oh, of course, I've always had that effect on myself, but it's really neat to see from where I was in the 70s as a kid, growing up, real tiny, and and then growing up through the 80s, and then having kids in the 90s, and just things keeps happening. It's been a fun and wonderful life, and it's to see where we were to where we are now is just amazing.
It is amazing.
And I've got a lot left I want to see yet.
Me too. Like shows. Oh, jeez. But no, I agree 100% with what you're saying. Is we need to unite. We need to be a united front, not just as individuals, and not just as individual countries, but all together. Every country, we need to unite and work as a team together, and then keep doing that. Like, once this ends, don't just go back to how everything was before. We need to all be united.
Maybe this is the slap and the punch in the face that we all needed to say, you know what? Maybe stop being ignorant. You know what I mean? And
it's frustrating to me that I hear reports though on the news of people, like Chinese people, being like spit on and like yelled at to get away from them because of being stereotyped. Because
that's wrong.
But it wasn't. I read a story. I either read it or seen it or something. I can't remember. I think actually I might have watched a video that it was in like either Korea or some other country around there that a visitor, like a Chinese visitor, got spit on and like basically like horrible, treated horribly because they were Chinese. So they were being stereotyped, saying, you're Chinese, so you must have coronavirus. Come on, like, is that really how people...
I couldn't imagine me ever living a day being mob mentality trained, you know what I mean, in my head to treat another human being that way. Maybe that's what really pisses me off. And I like to stand for those that can't stand for themselves. I mean, maybe that's just my nature. Maybe that's who I am. But it isn't just about me. It isn't just about my family. It's about everybody. It's about the big picture to me. It always has been. It always has been. Of course I love my family, and but the big picture is everybody,
Yeah, and all of you in the comments are agreeing that it's ridiculous, with the pointing fingers and the blame games and the stereotyping. And Courtney, I saw your comment that people do it and have always done it pretty much, which is 100% true. It's just so infuriating to me because I just feel like I have like an open mind to everybody, and I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt and think the best about people
You do.
when I can.
You really do.
I try
you really
to.
Do.
I really do. And I would never look at somebody based on what they look like and just be like, this person, oh, you're a terrorist, or you have coronavirus, or you are this, or you are that, just based on how they look. Like that is crazy to me that people do that.
I'm going to say
Again,
this.
it's fear.
I'm going to say this, and this is the best advice I can give the people that are here. And it was the best advice my dad really ever said. Well, there's a couple. But the one was, believe what you actually see and never what you hear. And I truly believe that what you see, and that can be deceiving as well. But for the most part, 9 out of 10 times, what you see, is...
Yeah, and...
Believe what you see, not what you hear. So if I see you and you treat me in a kind of respect, but these other people have I need to make my own judgment on you.
Yeah, I think that's
and
the
not
whole
believe
thing.
what I hear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't take somebody's word for it.
Right.
Or, yeah.
And the other thing I want to bring up is, over time, and I see people make mistakes in their lives, and I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but I think it's important to say, when I was young, I made many fucking mistakes. Okay, many. And I'm very, very truthful and outright, maybe a little too truthful on some things. I wasn't always the good kid or you know what I mean? I did a lot of stupid shit. Okay? And
a lot of kids do.
But that doesn't define who I am. My one thing doing wrong shouldn't define my life now. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people do that. Back in when he was 18 years old, he's just bad. Well, fuck you. You know what? I was 18 years old. You know what I mean? But, am I right?
No,
am
you're
I right?
100% right. Because that's kind of how your mom is. I mean, let's be honest.
A lot of people are that way. And
one thing happens like years and years and years ago, and it's like that is stuck in her head for the rest of her life and will never go away. And people can't change, and people are always the same. Some people are like that. I get that.
You need to get
100%.
that mentality out of your mind, because people, I've seen, I remember when I worked at the jail, okay, and there was guys that, god damn, it didn't matter. They get out and they come right back in. It was like but I see these guys now, and I never say a word, but they're doing so well. You know what I mean? Like, they change their lives. They don't do the same shit. They go to church. A
lot of people can
but a lot of people won't let that fucking go. Well, that guy used to, oh my God, get drunk and do drugs. I mean? Like some of the people that I'd see coming in. And that isn't the same person they are today. And they're doing really well. And what I'm trying to say is, my dad always said that, and that was the biggest thing he ever told me, and I go back to that, was believe what you see, and, not what these other people are telling you. Don't believe what you hear. Take it in for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and and I get what you're saying as far as some people will take an action or a way a person was years and years ago. And it's like almost like you can kind of understand why they would feel that way if that's all they know about that person or all that they remember about that person. Like,
we've all made that mistake.
That's what I'm saying.
And you too. I mean, you as well. You've made mistakes. I've made mistakes. You're going to say, well, I've never made as many. I'm just fucking with her. Because you made more mistakes than I did, Steve. But anyway, yeah, we all make mistakes. It doesn't define who we are. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody is able to come back from that. And
absolutely.
And that you're 100% right about that. Don't judge people based on anything other than what
now, if someone's really
yourself...
burned your bridge, yeah, cut that tie. Don't get me wrong. If they pull a Negan on you, okay. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've got people in my life that I will definitely never trust, and
there's people
I can say, I forgive you, we're good, but stay the hell away from me. You know what I mean?
There is points where you do have to cut ties, okay? Don't get me wrong. there is points where you have to say, let go, let God. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And, but for the most part, what I'm trying to tell you on 90% of everything
Yeah.
is believe what you see and not what you hear. So
Yes.
that was it. That was that. Boom, done on that.
And with that being said, I'm going to start closing this out, being that it's 11:30, and I would like to hop into Discord for at least a little bit and chat with you in Discord a little bit more one-on-one, and I also have a little tiny bit more of editing to do, but other than that, I do want to close this short, but I do really hope you guys liked our little live stream that we did
I know
today.
it was long, but you know what?
We're just talking, we want to talk with you guys and answer questions and just lighten the goddamn mood a little bit, I guess. You know what I mean?
Was it nice? Was it a nice little live stream, just a little bit different than everything else? I mean, is everybody cool with what we did tonight? I mean,
Well, yeah, I feel like we at least talked
Well, I wanna
about
hear
some
what
of
they
the
say.
shows.
let's hear what they say. Was everybody happy with, the talk tonight? Or, I can't see.
Great fun. Elise only just tuned in, so she'll have to go back and watch. Pat enjoyed the stream.
Thank you.
Ricardo, it's always nice with you two. Elle, we always love seeing you two.
Thank you.
Rachel, it was great. Billig Mad, it was cool. Anthony, it was cool tonight. Countess Dixon, Whitney, we love your faces. We love all your guys' faces too. And
Yeah. And also, if you just tuned in, let me do it for the third time. The Facebook account that I have, please go to Stephen F. period TJ. Stephen F. period TJ. That's the Facebook account that I'll have. So if you want to go in there and
that's
add,
the one that he'll actually be checking.
yeah. The other one that I had for I couldn't go between the two all the time, and I need one place to just go to.
Yeah.
And also, we'll be going over to Discord after this. So if you're not there, please hop on, come over, and let's chat over there. There will be some more football content. I know not everybody's football crazy, but there will be some football content coming out by me and Zach, provided that he doesn't get deployed
Right.
from the National Guard, which is a very
It's
real
a possibility.
Is a
Yeah.
very real situation. But anyways,
Thank you guys so much for watching. We
Yes.
love every single one of you, and we hope that you guys all stay happy and healthy and have a amazing and awesome day.
you know what? We'll all get through this together. So hope amazing happens to you. We'll see you over on Discord. Peace out.
Oh.
Really?
So-
What was that?
Something flying in front of my face.